Why, hello. Hi, welcome. Good evening. If I'm being honest, I'm a little trepidatious about tonight's game because it is I feel like the word infamous isn't unfair. You know? But 1 second. Do that. And then go over here. Do that. There we go. All right, so tonight we're going to be starting The Mystery of the Druids, which is a game from a while ago. I actually wonder when this came out. Apparently 2001. And it's just kind of a buck wild game, from what I understand. And I believe it's got just a pile of moon logic in it, which is going to be infuriating, but it is what it is. The one thing I am going to warn as best I can about this is that it doesn't look great. If I'm being totally honest. I tried to download some stuff to make it as good as it's gonna get, which isn't very much, because it's supposed to be 640 by 480, but it is being stretched to my resolution. So like, buckle up. If perhaps someone can tell me how to get it to be better, I would super appreciate that. But we got what we got, and we're just gonna let it ride. The other fun thing I learned about this, because I actually fired the game up early and I tested some stuff to make sure it worked and all that jazz. And you can't skip the opening sequence, because if you do, you also skip the start of the game, and the game just drops you into a conversation with a choice immediately. And that was enough for me to have some concerns about what I am stepping my feet into. But anyways, I'm just gonna hit play. We're gonna get going, because this is gonna be a whole thing, I think. Oh god. See, okay. We're just gonna new game. Oh, that's loud. Hi. Okay, I have to make sure stuff is working because it messes with the resolution so terribly that it launches all of my stuff onto a different window. Oh, that's fun. It crashed. Mwah, perfect start. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. You guys can all see it. I can't load the game. Oh boy. I wonder, is there a way to force this into not stretched? Hold on. Bear with me for a second, because this is going to be just a nightmare to attempt. Hold on. Let's see. Is there a way? Mystery of the Druids. No. There might be a way to do it through some command line thing, but this does not bode well. Nope. Doesn't bode well. Okay, well. No, not that. Like, I can give it launch parameters, but I don't know what, if anything, I could put in there. So if anybody's watching and happens to know, that would be fantastic. Because as it stands, I don't know if I can... I can't really have OBS. Okay, hold on. Maybe I can make this work. Sort of. There's a lot of back and forth in here. Let's put this over here. Put this down. You know what? I gotta put everything down here. And then crack you back open. Alright, there we go. I can at least have OBS up and the game. I don't know what this looks like. Oh, okay, it looks good for you. Cool. It's just me that it's all stretched and awful. I think. Or can I just not see part of it? It's not capturing my mouse. What the Why? Why, game? Why are you like this? Like, I literally clicked into the game. Okay. 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 Okay, there we go. Jeezy crazy. Off to a brilliant start. Anyways, new game. It's not capturing the game. But I did new game and you can't see it. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. You know what? You know what? We're just gonna go with it. We're skip the opening video. I have zero context. I have no idea what's going on. Don't care anymore. Okay, I grabbed
a matchbox. A matchbox.
Okay.
Still half full.
Oh, what? How optimistic of you. Okay. Swear at this man. See, this is what the game started me as. This is it. Because I can't play the intro video for you, and I didn't watch it. I have legitimately no idea what's going on. So we're off to the races. Okay.
Where did Lowry go wrong?
Your dear colleague Lowry dealt with the skeleton murders last year. You should know that, Halligan. Lowry worked on the case for several months, and finally managed to pull a culprit out of the hat. A butcher from South London. A married man with kids. They gave him a life sentence. He was in jail till...
Is this one of those games where I'm going to have to write everything down? Let me get some subtitles. Oh, hold on. Hold on. That's an option. I can turn it on. Okay, I'm going to turn voice volume up. I'm going to turn music volume way down.
A butcher?
There we go.
And? Why did he do it?
You'll be surprised, Halligan. He probably didn't do it at all.
He didn't do it. How could he be convicted then?
Detective Lowry imaginatively constructed an impressive...
Doing it live? Oh yeah. Hello, Super Cinema Roll.
Arguments in detail. The public wanted
This has been an adventure. It took me
and they found somebody.
half an hour to get
That's
here.
life.
At the top, so it doesn't flick. True, but you won't be able to see any of my answer or my prompts.
Well, all right, these things happen. But how do you know that the man Lowry arrested didn't commit the murder?
I need to check to make sure this is broadcasting on TikTok. Because I have no idea if it worked. Just because of all the various shenanigans.
There's been another murder.
Exactly, Halligan. A pile of bones has been found in Epping Forest. Supposedly a male corpse. We don't know any more than that. I presume we both agree that it can't have been Lowry's man, eh?
Oh, of course.
You see, I've just managed to get that into Lowry's head as well. You heard it?
I have
Lowry's
legitimately
off
no
the
idea.
case. Halligan,
I don't know if I can't check on myself, which is
Of
interesting.
course, sir.
And Halligan, no sloppiness now. I want results. Sensible results. The press has already been terrorizing me this morning. The killer must be found. Do I make myself clear?
Of course, Chief.
Sure, man.
Good. This is the file with all the necessary information, and now you better get going quickly.
Okay.
Where did Lowry go?
I'm going to ask the rest of the
Your
questions.
dear colleague Lowry dealt with the skeleton murders last year. You should know that, Halligan. Lowry worked on the case for several months, and finally managed to pull a culprit out of the hat. A butcher from South London.
Oh, apparently I
Married
am
man
live.
with kids.
Excellent.
They gave him a life sentence.
3 death phones on desk is weirdly too many. Yeah, one goes directly to Batman. One's directly to the Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, the third one's not even wired in. Actually, none of them are wired in. None of these phones are operational. They're all toys.
What do you mean, until 3 weeks ago? Did they let him go?
In a way, yes. They let him go in a coffin. He was stabbed by a fellow inmate.
Okay.
Stabbed? Why?
Well, life in prison's hard. I suppose the inmates don't like psychopaths much. Odd, really, considering the whole place is crammed full of them. Whatever. The butcher's dead. By the way, his lawyer phoned this morning and told me a hell of a lot of legal stuff. Just after the report on the radio, the butcher's widow is thinking of suing our department.
1 second. Can I do something with this? Boop. And away you go. Okay. Oh,
What report
or on the radio.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think it was called News from the Skeleton Murderer. Unidentified body found in the park.
Weird name
That
for
was
a
broadcast
newspaper.
on the 10 o'clock news. Live from the scene of the crime.
There's been another murder.
Exactly, Halligan. A pile of bones has been found in Epping Forest. Supposedly a male corpse. We don't know any more than that. I presume we both agree that it can't have been Lowry's man, eh?
Oh, of course.
You see, I've just managed to get that into Lowry's head as well. You heard it? Lowry's off the case. Halligan, you drive out to Epping Forest and take a look at the evidence.
Of
Okay.
course, sir.
And Halligan,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
sloppiness now. I want results. Sensible results. The press has already been terrorizing me this morning.
There's no way to
Killer
skip this
must be
audio.
found. Do I make myself clear?
Of course, Chief.
Okay, how I go? How leave?
My case file.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know this one. I don't know this. I don't. The note says instruction: a confiscated murder weapon.
Okay, none of that is important. So how do I... Ah, damn it. It doesn't capture my mouse window, so I accidentally clicked over to the right. And minimize the game. So give me a minute here. I have to be careful with the right side of my window. Okay, I figured out how to sort of go in directions a little. Like that. Okay.
The duty roster. All our files are stored
Use a
in there.
duty.
All our files are stored in there.
Terribly,
A map of London.
terribly unsecure. Oh my god, if I move my mouse too far to the right, it yeah, it uncaptures from the game. This is an absolute travesty. Okay. Going to have to be very careful with how I actually move my mouse in this game.
These are the chairs for visitors.
I can make copies? This game is barely functional. Barely running on my computer. And yet, this was okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sure. Alright.
A bottle with some kind of liquid in it.
Oh, this right here, this screams password protection.
The bottle is full of dust and a bottle is full of dust and
Why do you have a big and a little
too
ethanol?
dangerous to carry the bottle around with me. I don't even know what kind of stuff.
Okay. Okay. Hi, Poindexter.
Hello, Chris.
Hi, Halligan.
There's work for you.
There's always work for me, Halligan. And right now, I've got enough work not to be disturbed again and again.
Well, then, if you don't have much time now, I can come back later.
That would be a good idea, Halligan. I'll have some more time later.
Okay.
Chris. See you later on.
Okay, bye. I guess. How do I leave? Oh, there's more screen this way.
A rubbish bin.
Oh my god. Okay.
The switchboard. We have 4 lines, but Janet's all on her own at the moment. That's what happens during the holidays. Hello, Janet.
Hello, Brent.
Have you heard? The chief has handed Lowry's case over to me. The skeleton murders.
Yes, and there was no way that I could have missed the conversation between the chief and Lowry.
Oh?
Have we got a file about that?
As far as I can see, you've already got the file, Brent.
What? Yes, of course I've got the file. But you know that Larry and Stryker have been working on this case. The file contains a load of ridiculous nonsense, you know that. I need the terminal.
Remember the official channels, Brent. Get the necessary forms and then we'll talk
Oh
again.
no, bureaucracy.
Good. See you later then.
Take your time, Brent.
Okay, bye. I appreciate the game gave me the option to be a loose cannon there. Oh my god, is this my office?
Nope, no darts now. Maybe I'll leave them. I don't need those anymore.
Cigarettes? Okay.
That used to be my weekly ration.
Okay, check the next drawer.
I'll take it with me. I'm determined to give up smoking. Leave those alone.
Okay.
Is there anything worse than thirst? I'll take it with me.
Is it? What? Is it? Is this a dirty sock in a drawer? Dude. Dude. No. No. Not at work. Oh, there's the other one.
I've already taken one this morning.
It's not better. It's not better that he has 2. Oh, no. Ooh. Oh. It's cute.
Unfortunately, there's no pizza in there anymore.
I'm sorry, did you just say
I
pizza?
won't find anything I could make use of now in there. My writing desk. I am definitely the only one who can make head or tail of it.
Dude, this is a
This
fucking
is my collection
pigsty.
of case files. Smoking will be the death of me. The districts of London. I can find my way without a map.
Can we?
Ah, all about darts. A top title. I didn't like that book very much. I wanted to give it to Stryker, but he doesn't read. The Sirius Riddle. Corn Circles. That was really interesting. John Sinclair, Ghost Hunter. My favorite book. This book claims that I can stop smoking. My cooking book for... I hardly use it. I hardly use it. The best recipe is still Al's Pizza Palace.
Oh my god. Why is he saying pizza? I lived in England. I know they know how to say pizza.
I won't find anything I could make use of now in there.
Psychotic.
Outside, you can see the Thames.
I mean, we may as well check all the doors before we leave, right? Get acquainted with the... Huh. Well... I'm impressed.
This is Lowry's world. Cars, cars, cars.
Ugh. Let's talk to Lowry. I'm sure he's quite happy about the situation.
Halligan,
Yeah?
Yes?
might I ask you what you think you're doing?
He's nowhere near the chair. Nope, not even kind of.
I just wanted to borrow your scissors. Just for 5 minutes.
Forget it.
Don't make such a fuss about your blasted scissors. I won't break them.
Oh, you won't break them, Halligan. You'll lose them, mislay them, not bring them back. You'll
I mean,
do with them what you always do with anything.
that is
you
fair.
lay your
Our
hands
office
on.
is
I
awful.
am determined not to lose anything ever again, Halligan, especially not to you. Do I make myself clear?
Oh, well, guess what? You lost that case to me, so... Whatever.
All right, then. Keep them. Hello, Lowry.
Oh, no, not you, Halligan. You're all I need at the moment.
That's a nice suit you're wearing.
Don't humour me, Halligan. You don't know a thing about suits. A blind man would know from 100 yards away that you bought your stuff at Woolworths. What do you want?
Alright. Just paying you a fucking compliment, dude.
I just wanted to say that I'm sorry to hear that things went so badly between you and the chief.
Don't be a hypocrite, Halligan. I know you're as pleased as punch about this, but I can tell you one thing right now. Don't expect any support from me.
Okay.
You're not being very helpful, considering we're colleagues.
I didn't pick you as a colleague, Halligan.
You're obliged by your office to give me any information I may require.
You've got all the information, you've got the file. What more do you want?
Let's not argue, Lowry. I need some information from you about the last investigations.
You've got the file, Halligan. I suppose you can read. And now scram.
Lowry, I've read your file. There's just nonsense in it.
Do you know what I think, Halligan? I think I don't need to tolerate a detective in a £20 suit walking past my door criticising the quality of my work.
You know what? I'm applying sass.
If my suit was more expensive, would that make your file any better?
Very witty, detective. Yes, really very witty. Tell me, haven't you got anything better to do than crack jokes?
I was trying to ask you for information, you
Thank you
sack
for being
of
so very
potatoes.
friendly, Lowry. Enjoy your spare time.
Just clear off, Halligan.
Of course. My case file. My case file. My case file.
Can I look at it? How do I look at the case file?
A roll of plastic bags to secure evidence. The green scarf. It's Janet's. A bottle of apple juice. My gloves. I nicked them out of the exhibit room.
Like, I don't know. Okay, it's fine. Elevator, I guess. All right, on the road again. I've done it. I've gone somewhere in this game. I love those pre-rendered CG
morning,
guys.
officer.
in the
Good
back.
morning, Detective. I hope you've had a good breakfast. The sight over there is not very appetizing.
Oh, well, you know, I've got used to it. When were the bones discovered?
At 5:30 a.m. by a jogger.
It's always a
Focus.
jogger.
5:30 a.m. He was out and about quite early this morning.
Indeed, sir. And half an hour later, the press arrived.
How did the press find out about this so early, officer? Did you call them by any chance?
No idea, sir. These vultures seem to have a sixth sense for crime. It's either that or somebody from your police station tipped them off.
Were there any onlookers?
Yes, a couple, but I sent them away. The real run will start after people finish work, when they've got the time. We've seen it before.
Well, hold the fort, officer.
Yes, sir. I'll have to do that.
Okay, officer, that
Wait,
was
was that it?
Thank you.
Anytime, sir.
Wait, was that it?
Officer,
What is it, sir?
I just want to go through all
Oops.
this with you once more.
No.
Sir? What would you like to know?
Have you interviewed any witnesses?
Witnesses, sir? There are no witnesses. There was nobody in the park.
Was there really nobody? Not even a tramp?
No, sorry. Just a totally distraught jogger who called us.
A jogger? Has he been interviewed?
Well, he's in hospital for the time being. The shock, you know. We could hardly even take down his particulars.
Why was that?
He had to throw up several times, sir.
Oh, I understand. Could he have left the bones here?
It's not impossible, but I don't really believe it. He's a tourist and only arrived in London last night. I suppose he came here by accident.
He's a tourist. Since when did tourists jog at 5:30 in the morning? Is he on a fitness trip?
Sir, he told us he was a decathlete. It's his job.
Okay, officer, that was it. Thank you.
Anytime, sir.
Yeah, how do I... Where's the back end? There we go. Okay. To the bones! Yep. Them some bones.
The skull of the corpse. There's hardly any flesh on the bone. Unbelievable. Strange.
Yeah. Starting with a bunch of left clicks. Oops, too many left clicks.
There's hardly any. Strange. There's hardly any. The skull of the corpse.
Is that more bones than one person? Hold on. One rib cage, femur, or not, hip, sorry. Head, jaw, hand, foot. Mystery bones. That's a scapula. Other scapula. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, these don't seem like arm bones, either of them, so that's a bit. I believe this is one person's worth of bones, give or take.
That is no import.
You can't tell me it wasn't.
That is
Oh,
no important evidence. I'm sure about that.
okay, I got one.
That is no important evidence. I'm sure
Well, I
about
tried.
that. That's the bone from Epping Forest, wrapped up just the way it should be. I'd better not light that. I don't believe it will work like that. It won't. That doesn't. It won't work. Not a good idea. I can't do it with the scarf. the textile fibers would stick to it. That won't feel different. That won't feel different with gloves either. The green, of course. The green. I can't do it with the scarf. That is no important evidence. That is no important evidence. I'm sure.
How am I not taking the jaw?
I'm sure about the grass next to the bones is black. There's hardly any flesh on. Strange. The grass next to the bones is black.
Okay.
That won't get me any. I can't, of course. No, I'd rather think about it again. There's hardly any flesh.
The black grass? I thought I tried that. Yeah, it doesn't let me on the black grass.
That won't feel different with gloves either. That won't get me any. Strange. The grass next to the bones is black. I'd better not light that. That is no important Strange.
All right. Anything else? Oh, I can at least double click to rush to someone.
Hello, officer. Any news?
No, sir.
I just want to ask you something else.
Yes, sir?
You just said you know the other cases.
That's right, sir. Well, I read about
Pulling
them
a spirit so
in
you
the
can, or pulling up the walkthrough so you can be a spirit. I appreciate that, you know.
What do you think the murderer does with the flesh of his victims?
That's too hard to answer, sir. I haven't got a clue what goes on in lunatics' heads when they do things like that. Maybe he freezes them. That's happened before.
Apparently the man sold the flesh of his victims in his butcher's shop. Can you believe that?
I don't know, sir. That's what they wrote in the Sun, but I'd rather not believe it.
Well, it is a
lot of
rag.
people bought meat there. If that was true, they have all become cannibals.
He was murdered in prison. What do you think about that?
That's tough luck for him. I would rather have one innocent man too many die than have one assassin run around loose.
Yes, that's a very common opinion.
There's a portion of
But
the
it's
grass
not
that has a
like
magic
for a
pixel.
police officer.
Fuck.
Suspects are innocent until proven guilty, officer. Don't you know that?
Of course, sir. But you asked me for my opinion. Well, this is it. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, officer, that was it. Thank you.
Any time, sir.
Just below the foot bone. Okay.
Strange. The grass next. The grass next to the. There's hardly any flesh on the. Strange.
Now,
There's hardly strange.
am I interacting with it with this?
That is no that is no
Oh,
important
there we
evidence,
go.
I'm sure about that.
It was this grass.
It was some tufts of grass from the place where the bones were found, in a bag for evidence. My gloves. That won't get me any further.
Okay. Okay, I guess that's that. Go back to Scotland Yard. Then I believe this is where we want to go. Nope. Just talk to everyone as much as you can, and when in doubt, talk to them again. Yeah. Okay, my office, Dickbag's office, switchboard. Science person. Hello.
I've just come back from the place where they found the bones in Epping Forest.
And? Trailblazing new findings?
I've got something here I'd like you to have a look at.
Show me.
Okay. I got a bone.
Here you go, Chris. Have a look at this.
I have a bone I picked for you.
Very likely the right thigh bone. Why are you bringing it here? I had a look at the bones with the forensic squad this morning.
I know, but I've still got a couple of questions about them.
Well, go ahead then.
Did somebody maybe scorch the flesh off the bone?
No, definitely not. That would look different. I suspect that it was rather cut off, or maybe taken off with acid.
What sex was the victim?
Judging by the structure of the bones, I think it was male. I'll write that down in my report as well, but I'll tell you right now that you won't get it before the end of the week, Halligan.
You can't tell me more than that about the bones? Chris, that doesn't help me.
There's really no more to say about the bones, Halligan. Just wait for my report. You'll have it all nicely written down then. Or, hang on a moment. If you're really interested, go and see Professor Turner. He was
Aha!
the supervisor of a friend's PhD thesis. That's how I met him. He works in an anthropological museum in Oxford. If anybody can say anything about the bones, he can.
Okay, thanks for the advice.
Don't mention it, Brent.
Now I have
Here
to
you
talk
go,
to him
Chris.
again.
Have a look at this.
A bone. Very likely the right thigh bone. Why are you bringing it here? I had a look at the bones with the forensic squad this morning.
I know, but I've still got a couple of questions about them.
Well, go ahead then.
Can you see any abnormalities?
I would have noticed them, Halligan. No fractures, no bruises. Everything quite normal.
Okay. At least it gives you an option to back out quickly. Okay, how about this
Chris, I've got
grass?
something else for you. Could you have a quick look at that too?
The weed. Also from the place where the bones were found, I suppose.
Exactly.
Okay, Brent. And what do you want to know about it?
Have you seen something like this before?
You mean, have I seen grass before? Are you trying to pull my leg?
Give it a sniff.
Just smell it.
Smells slightly burnt.
The bones were lying on this grass.
Oh, maybe somebody made a fire on the grass before the bones were lying there. That's not very unusual in parks.
That was no fireplace, Chris. The grass was burnt under the bones and just there.
Well then, maybe the bones got hot.
Can bones get that hot in the sun?
Well, I don't think this is very likely in autumn. But right now, I can't say much more about that either.
Okay, Chris. See you later on. Chris, I've got something else.
Yeah,
for
we're
you.
not done.
Could you
Keep
have a
talking
quick
about the
look at
grass.
that too?
The weed. Also from the place where the bones were found, I suppose.
Exactly.
Okay, Brent. And what do you want to know about it?
Do you notice anything about it?
The grass looks slightly burnt, I'd say.
Precisely. I think so as well. Could you check that more exactly for me?
What for? This is plain, slightly burnt grass. I can tell you that without checking it.
I would like to know if there are any special residues on it.
Yeah.
Spirit, charcoal, petrol, something like that.
That's an easy one. One moment, I'll just have a look at it. Doesn't look like it, Halligan. No traces of incendiaries. It's not burnt that much.
How old are the burning traces?
I would say they aren't older than 24 hours.
Okay, Chris.
Alright.
See you later on. Chris,
One
I've
more.
got something
There's
else
another
for you.
channel to discuss
Could you have
here.
a quick look at that too?
The weed. Also from the place where the bones were found, I suppose.
Exactly.
Okay, Brent. And what do you want to know about it?
What do you think about this?
This is grass, Halligan.
Do you notice anything about it?
The grass looks slightly burnt, I'd say.
The bones were lying on this grass.
Oh, maybe somebody made a fire on the grass before the bones were lying there. That's not very unusual in parks.
It's forbidden to light fires in Epping Forest.
Forbidden? Halligan, be realistic. Who cares about that? If people want to light a fire, they'll do it.
That was no fireplace,
Hold on.
Chris.
I think this is the channel to get
Grass was
to.
burnt under
Another
the bones
branch.
and just there.
Well then, maybe the bones got hot.
Can bones get that hot in the sun?
Well, I don't think this is very likely in autumn. But right now, I can't say much more about that either.
Okay, Chris.
Okay,
See
never
you
mind.
later
Whatever,
on.
it's fine. Okay. So now we have a new place we can go, I hope. Yeah. Hello, Evan. I don't know what WSG means. But welcome. That's a weird fire hydrant. It's so stealthy. See,
I'd like to sit on this bench here all day.
it's wee.
But I don't have the time.
Oh, that's good. Not this game so far. It's been a nightmare to get running.
Locked.
Oh no.
Closed due to renovation works. Great. And now? The letterbox.
Wait, hold on. Stuff the bone.
That's futile as well.
What? With that attitude.
Doesn't look busy at all in there.
Yeah, it's closed, as we have surmised. There you go.
Hello, my friend.
Huh?
What are you doing here?
Are you blind? I'm having a drink.
Why do you drink so much?
Because I'm thirsty. Very thirsty.
Do you still like the taste?
Of course I like it. Dum-dum.
It smells pretty strong, if I may say so. How do you manage to drink that?
I drink everything, mate. From schnapps to aftershave. Most important thing is that it makes you happy.
Does
You
it
don't
though?
look too happy there.
Can I have some?
Get your own bottle, mate. And get me one as well. My bottle's empty.
There's money in your hat there. Isn't that enough for a bottle of gut rot?
Oh, no. Those pennies wouldn't feed a parking meter.
Why is the museum being closed?
Well, it's been refurbished. At the moment, my business is running really badly.
How much did you, make today?
Well, just a poxy 60 pence.
You're right. You won't get far on that. Have you seen anybody going into the museum?
Yeah. Just this morning, a woman. A young, pretty one.
Don't make it weird.
You haven't seen a man?
Nah. Only a woman. She comes here every day. Now and again, she gives me a few pennies. I think she works in the museum.
Ah, a woman then.
So what? What's special about that? There are millions of women running about in this world.
Okay, I must be off now.
Well then.
My planet needs me.
I got you something. Here you are.
Oh, what's that, pal?
Apple juice. Naturally cloudy. Lots of vitamin C.
Apple juice? Are you pulling my leg?
Didn't you say you were thirsty?
Are you dense, mister? I want a bottle of cider. Apple juice is alright in the
I mean, just
nursery.
leave it open. Give it
Why
time.
don't you try?
Get lost. Leave me alone. You can drink your apple juice yourself.
Well then.
Here. Are you crazy? That's mine. Hands off, okay?
Yeah, fair enough.
The beggar can make bet. These are the beggar's bags. The rubbish bin smells really.
Okay. Let's try the other side. Telephone box.
Telephone charges of British Telecom, so nobody forgets how expensive it is to use the phone.
Who am I calling?
I can't hear any dialing tone.
I guess I need coin to make call.
Hey, Hey, a phone box. And I don't need a phone card. It won't work without money.
Was the infamous beggar from the infamous mystery of the Druids starring infamous Halligan? Yeah. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Just kind of poking around for the moment. Okay. Back to Scotland Yard. And then we're going to go talk to Science Guy again. Can I have your friend's, like, phone number?
Halligan, how'd you get on at the museum? What did Professor Turner say? Could he help you?
The museum is closed. It's being refurbished.
Oh, well, that's bad luck. Why don't you phone him?
My wallet has disappeared. Have you seen it?
Your wallet? No, it isn't here. Was there much money in it?
No, a £20 note and some change.
Well, it isn't here anyway.
I mean, also my wallet, like, also my ID, my credit cards, you know, other miscellaneous things. Am I a druid yet? No. Do I have wild shape? Definitely not.
Okay, Chris, that's it for the moment.
Okay, Halligan. See you then. Well,
Nope.
Halligan,
Yeah.
how'd you get on at the museum?
Talk to him
What did
again.
Professor Turner say? Could he help you?
The
Being
museum
refurbished.
is closed. It's being refurbished.
Oh, well, that's bad luck. Why don't you phone him?
It's all right for you. My phone doesn't work properly anymore.
Why don't you go to a phone booth?
Could I use your phone?
I'm not so keen on that, Halligan. I'm always in trouble with the accounts department. You know what I mean. Why don't you ask Lowry?
Stop calling those 1-900 party lines.
Chris, you know how badly we get on, don't you?
Especially since this morning, right?
Exactly.
Sorry, Halligan, but I'm convinced you'll solve this problem.
I could
Okay,
solve the
Chris.
problem by
See you
you
later
helping.
on.
This puzzle's pretty bad.
Well, Halligan,
Probably.
how'd you get on at the museum? What did Professor Turner say?
This is a puzzle. Being able to call the dude as a puzzle, it seems like it.
The museum is closed.
A lot of it's
being
just
refurbished.
exploring all the possible
Well,
conversation
that's bad luck.
lines.
Why don't you phone him?
Okay, it's all
It's
right
all
by
right for
you.
My phone doesn't work properly anymore.
Why don't you go to a phone booth?
I don't have any change to phone.
Well, now you've got a problem. Lost it all gambling again, did you? Hey, that
Hey,
reminds
get
me.
fucked.
You still owe me £30, Halligan.
double
You haven't
fucked.
got it on you by any chance?
No, Chris.
Maybe you'll remember it someday.
Okay, Chris. See you later on.
Okay, where is my wallet? This seems like a thing I should know. Wait, no, not this way. This way. Oh, hold on.
I've got no money for that. You can buy soft drinks for high prices here. Hello, Janet.
What is it now?
All right, Jesus.
I just forgot a couple of things.
What is it?
You see my wallet?
Have you got a minute?
Not even a minute, Brent. Do I look as though I've got any time?
I should just twist her own head off. Yeah.
Well, Janet, I presume it's your job to have time for a detective.
I'm the best judge of what my job is, Brent.
That's fair.
Now please be good enough to go away and let me do it.
I'm not here to give you anything, Janet. I want to get something.
I know that, Brent. You need information. But before I can let you get it, I need the necessary papers. You haven't got the forms for the access to the database yet?
No.
Here's one.
Okay, cool. Good start. This is definitely
Get
not
it signed,
comfortable.
and then
No.
we'll get down to business.
I need a signature? Whose signature?
Oh my God, Brent. Don't pretend to be more stupid than you are.
Okay, does everyone hate us?
Good. See you later then.
Take your time, Brent.
Does everyone hate us? We do seem like a bit of a wiener, but
That's a form for information. That's a form
Okay.
for information procurement.
Her mouth is concerning too. There's a lot of questionable stuff in here. All right, let's go talk to the chief. Hey, can I use one of your 3 phones to make a call?
I need information from the central database. It's about the skeleton murders. But Janet says she needs a signed 223.
Would you like Halligan?
I've got it with me.
I mean, I wouldn't actively dislike him yet.
And do you know something, Halligan? I will not sign it. What do you say to that?
Why?
Why not, Chief?
You don't need the database. You've got the file. Make the most of it.
Chief, that could take ages. We may lose important clues in the meantime.
I'm sure you'll cope with the situation, Halligan. Now stop whining. I'm sick of hearing it.
Of course,
All right.
Chief. Thanks a lot.
Don't get stroppy, Halligan.
I need information from the
I
central
didn't mean to.
database.
I
It's
clicked.
about the skeleton murders.
It like holds on to
But
your
Janet
clicks.
says she needs a signed 223. I've got it with me.
You've got it with you. How nice for you. And do you know something, Halligan? I will not sign it. What do you say to that?
Of course, Chief. Thanks a lot.
Don't get stroppy, Halligan.
Okay. Not
Hello,
going to talk
Chief.
to you normal.
May I just disturb you briefly?
Halligan, you're a pain in the neck. Are you planning to start doing things just like Lowry did?
Chief, I've been to see Janet. Have these absurd measures been introduced because of me?
Among others, yes. They were introduced for your benefit. Don't
Cool.
you like them?
Are you still cross with me because of that business with the royal family?
Indeed. Yes, indeed, Detective. The press and the inspectorate made my life hell for 8 weeks. You should be grateful that we somehow managed to keep things under control. But those sort of jokes are a thing of the past. You and
okay,
Lowry
so
will have
we've
to ask for my
earned this.
signature before you take a single step. Even if you just want to go to the toilet.
Well then, but you'll be held responsible.
Of course, Halligan. That's what I'm your chief for. And now our nice little chat is over. Get back to work, Detective.
Okay.
Of course, Chief. Thanks a lot.
Don't get stroppy, Halligan.
Okay. Twitch, you can't see this, but for TikTok chat, Jaden, that is not a very witty insult. You can do better. You punched the Queen's mum in the face and called her a parasite blight on the entire country. So yes, I'm still a little upset by you, even if I actually agree with you. Okay. Can I find my wallet? Is my wallet amongst this garbage?
I never use the. That's the receiver. I never use the receiver. That thing is just too heavy. Using the loudspeaker is much more comfortable.
Oh. Oh. What?
I'd better leave that here. My answering machine. A perfect way of avoiding unpleasant phone calls.
Okay, cool. God, do you remember these numbers? What you could program fast numbers in? God.
There's only superfluous stuff in there. The Scotland Yard cupboard standard model detective. Veneered pressboard. That one is wet. My spare coat. Detective rule number 1.
Is
London,
your wallet
we-
in your spare
one
coat,
is
my
wet.
dude?
Anyway, I'm already wearing a coat. There's only superfluous stuff in there. No, it won't. That's few. I thought it would. Not a good idea. No, I can't. I match my case file. Not a good idea. Think looks like a bottle of apple juice.
Dial 999. Ask for Janet and then go access the data. You know what? Sure. Damn. Worth a shot. So I'm supposed to call the dude. I don't even know his number. I tried all the quick buttons, you know. If I had the museum's phone number, I might be able to.
Nothing's happening.
Okay, you have to light it
I
first.
don't believe it will work like that. Hey, it's me again.
So what? Haven't you asked enough questions yet? You know more about me than my goddamn mother. Bagger off.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
Are you blind? I'm having a drink.
Okay, I must be off now.
Well then. Okay.
Okay,
Hey, it's me
but I'm
again.
not.
So
I'm
what?
not actually. I just needed to get out of that
Questions
conversation
yet? You
chain.
know more about me than my goddamn mother. Bagger off.
Can I help you somehow?
Help? Help? Nobody can help me.
Hey, don't despair. Everybody has a hard time now and then. Maybe I can do something for
This
you.
is so
Just
patronizing.
leave it. I've lost everything.
So patronizing.
Everything. No money, no flat, no future. I'm finished. Simply finished.
This game's got a lot of tone deaf, just like right in there. Just like, hey, have you tried pulling yourself up by your bootstraps? There's a phone book in the payphone. Okay.
What do you need most urgently?
What I need a drink. Hey, mightn't you have a couple of pounds for me?
Sorry, I've got no money on me.
No money, eh? Well, bugger off then, old miser.
All right. Yeah, this is a game where I will accept a minimal to moderate amount of backseating because it seems awkward as hell. So if you see me floundering for a while, by all means. I cannot interact with any of those.
Hey, a phone. Hey, a phone box, and I don't need a phone card.
So, despite there being 4 phone books there, I cannot. Thing in the wall is the
Telephone
rates.
charges of British Telecom, so nobody forgets how expensive it is to use the phone.
Okay, what if I pick this up? And that, nope. Oh, hold on, wait. I think I found the interaction point. There was something like right around here that sort of looked like it did it. I need the money first? Okay. Okay, hold on. I have an idea. Hold, please. I'm going to commit a crime. Technically 2 crimes, if this actually works.
A bottle? Too dangerous to carry.
It's not-
dangerous to carry the bottle around with me. I don't even know what. Too dangerous. Too dangerous.
It's
to carry the
ethanol, my
bottle
man.
around with me. I don't even know what kind of stuff that is.
It's ethanol!
A bottle of apple juice. A bottle of... Nothing's happening.
God damn it. I'm almost certain that I have to do that. Oh, look at all this shit. Okay, hold on. Back to work. Fair enough.
I should think I can't. It won't work like that. I thought that won't help. Not a good idea. No, better not. It would have surprised me if it had worked like that. Far too hot. Something is just being distilled. Something is just a flask.
Okay. Yes, science is happening there.
Without the light, it will be much too dark in here. That won't get me any further.
Hmm.
Hello, Mr. Doyle.
You want to watch for 50 minutes that they hate this game? Yeah. I offered the man apple juice and he didn't take it.
That's futile as well. Not a good idea. I can't do that.
I thought I had it there for a second. You know, you may as well just guide me along a little bit here because I'm not seeing whatever magic thing I need to interact with. I know I need to somehow empty this apple. The flask is the key.
Hey, it's me again.
So what? Haven't you asked enough questions yet? You know more about me than my goddamn mother.
Don't know how I get it from him.
Can I help you somehow?
Help?
Okay.
Help? Nobody can help me.
Hey, don't despair. Everybody has a hard time now and then. Maybe I can do something for you.
Just
Pick up his flask. Okay, cool.
everything. No money, no flat, no future. I'm finished. Simply finished.
You know what? I haven't said just been completely insulting to this man.
Have you tried working?
Listen, mate. Do you want trouble? Are you from the benefit office or something like that? Bugger off, you.
Oh, I didn't want to be impolite. I'm just interested.
Bugger off, pal. You think I'm on holiday here, right?
No, no, of course not. I just meant...
Go on, save your breath. Bugger off.
All right.
Okay, I must be off now.
Well then, okay.
I cannot interact with his flask here.
The beggar's flask.
Oh.
Absolutely empty.
Okay. Okay. All right. There was a different flask that I was standing in front of and could not see properly. Okay. I clicked on another thing on the floor that was beside the one thing on the floor. Okay, now can I fill it with ethanol? Come on.
Now the flask is half full of apple juice. A flask. No, not a bottle of apple. A bottle of apple juice.
Okay, put
no,
that away.
not a chance.
Okay, it's half full. Now I need to fill... It won't let me giving any of the alcohol substitutes. Hey man, can you tell me which one of those things will get you turned?
Well, Halligan, how'd you get on at the museum? What did Professor Turner say? Could he help you?
I had a look round outside the building.
Are you trying to kill him? Dude drinks aftershave. He's trying to kill himself.
Man, Halligan, you're weird sometimes. Why didn't you go in?
I couldn't get hold of anybody.
Have you tried the phone? Maybe somebody's still there.
I don't have any change to phone.
Well, now you've got a problem. Lost it all gambling again, did you? Hey, that reminds me. You still owe me £30, Halligan. You haven't got it on you by any chance?
No, Chris.
Maybe you'll remember it someday.
Okay, Chris. See you later on.
Just keep that yourself. Just keep that yourself.
Do we have fingerprint powder? No. And apparently we need a clean bottle on the shelves. Where does one get fingerprint powder?
I can't do anything with. I can't do anything. I can't do.
Nope, nope. Nope. Okay.
Fingerprint powder. Of course, a flower. Fingerprint powder.
Okay.
Too dangerous to carry the bottle around. The bottle is full of dust and too dangerous to a bottle. Too dangerous. Bottle is full of dust. Too dangerous. A bottle with some sort of chemical. Too dangerous. The bottle is full of a bottle is full of bottle is full. A bottle is full of dust and fingerprints. No, 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 no. I can see with the naked eye that. Take it with me. Take it with me. A bottle. It's quite dirty. A bottle. It's quite dirty. Full of dust. That won't get him. Look, I can't see any connection there. I thought it wouldn't work like that.
Now use your scarf to clean a bottle because clearly... What? What? Oh, 20 minutes later. I'm very thorough. Okay.
Why? At the moment.
Okay. What's the goal? I need to turn this apple juice into cider. Those are all alcohols.
Well, Halligan,
Do I need to prompt
how'd
this
you get on
guy?
with the museum? What did Professor Turner say? Could he help you?
Something I wanted to ask
here we
you,
go.
Chris. What do those flasks contain?
Oh, you mean those on the shelves? They contain all sorts of different chemicals I need for my work. Indicator solutions, alcohol, things like that.
Why do you need alcohol for your work?
Certainly not in order to drink it, Halligan. We use alcohols as solvents. Most types are poisonous anyway.
There are people who'll drink anything.
But not medical alcohol. You'd have to mix it with something to be able to cope with it. How about it? Would you like to...
This seems like a trap. This dude seems like a narc.
You've got a great job, Chris. Masses of alcohol and everything legal.
Nonsense, Halligan. Do you think we spend all day getting drunk with medical alcohol? Why don't you just try the stuff?
What will happen to me then?
You'll see. Well, how about it? Are you scared?
Yeah, sure, man.
No problem.
Oh boy, this rendering though. This is just drinking Everclear at this point, right?
Here, Brent. To your health. What's up? Go ahead, try it. You won't get one of these so often.
All right, here we
Oh
go.
no, yeah, the videos don't work. He went over to the shelf, he filled a cup. And we're gonna pass the fuck
To your
out.
health, Brent.
An interesting aroma, isn't it? Brent, aren't you feeling very well?
None of the videos work.
Are you sure you're okay?
We're getting dizzy. And down we go. We passed out. And we have awoken. My hair looks like it's part of my head. But like grew not like hair.
God damn it. You could knock someone out cold with this kind of stuff, Chris. Chris?
All right. I feel like we just went to get narked on. And yeah, it is probably spawning the video in a separate window. Actually, that tracks from the difficulty we had. Okay, we just salt shakered. All right, there's the 90%
What
ethanol.
we've got here. This is the bottle Chris took.
All right, mix. Okay, I took the whole fucking bottle. Now we have a video of mixing the alcohol into the flask. All right. Do I want to put the bottle back? There we go. The perfect crime. Probably don't need to wipe it again. Not my fingerprints that are dusted on there. Oh, do we need to wipe our own print? You know what? Fine. Fine. If we want to get away with the crime, I guess we should be thorough. If I pick it back up and then do this.
It won't work like that. A bottle of fingerprint powder.
No.
That doesn't work.
Nope. I tried. It's not letting me. Seems like the kind of game that would care. It's not letting me. It seems like it wants to. Like, wow. Let it be known I tried. All right, my dude. Time to get absolutely fucked. On medical grade hooch.
I've got something for you. Apple schnapps. From Detective Halligan's home distillery. My own brand. Would you like to have a taste?
The hell's gonna drink himself to death? Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna get him dead drunk, steal his 60
Why don't you
pence,
drink it all?
and then I can make a phone
I don't
call.
mind. And it's a cracker, I can tell you.
Cheers, mister.
Cheers.
Down I go. Alright. Thanks, dude. I hope you're not dead. Alright. Pick up the phone. And then I can pull this up.
Let's see if the phone number of the museum is listed in here.
He's one of those to call an ambulance? Yeah.
Museum, okay. Museum of African Studies.
We stole all that.
Museum of Ancient History.
We stole all that.
Anthropological Museum.
We
And
stole
the
most of that,
extension
too.
Professor Turner? It's here. I've got it. I can't hear any dialing tone.
Do I have to... Okay, I have to put coin...
Hello?
Hello, who's that?
Who am I speaking to?
This is Detective Halligan from Scotland Yard.
Scotland Yard? What can I do for you?
I need to speak to Professor Turner. Doesn't he work at the museum?
Yes, but he's away on business.
Where has he gone to?
Kenya. It's It's a long expedition.
Piss.
Look, miss. What was your name?
Goodbye, Mr. Halligan.
She's hung up.
Okay. I still have coins. We can try that again, I guess.
What shall I pay for? I can't hear any dialing tone.
Yeah. Yeah, man. There we go.
Hello?
Hello, it's me again, Detective Halligan.
I told you, Professor Turner isn't here.
Yes, but
Detective, I'm very busy. Please call again in 8 weeks.
She's hung up again. Oh.
Okay. You can tell she's white talking to the cops like that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now can I go back? And come back over here to Scott, was it? Hey, bud.
Well, Brent, still got a headache?
Don't ask, Chris.
Have you managed to contact Professor Turner?
Yeah, I phoned him, but he wasn't in.
Not in?
He's on an expedition. I just talked to some woman who works there.
With his extension number?
Yes, exactly.
Well, Halligan, that was probably his daughter Melanie. She works in the museum as well. My friend told me a lot about her. He used to be really keen on her.
So, Professor Turner has a daughter. Thanks, Chris. I think that'll help.
Don't make it weird. If this is what being a cop is like, I can see why fascism's so popular. I mean, yeah. Okay. Wait, can I call her from my office? Probably not, right? That'd be too easy. No, okay. Now we go back to the phone booth again. God, what is the average playtime on this game? Because the amount of bullshitty back and forth that I'm doing, and it's just the start of the game, is concerning.
Hello?
Hello, this is Halligan again. Please don't hang up, Miss Turner.
How do you know my name, Mr. Halligan?
Chris Hecker told me that
No one has
Professor
ever completed
Turner's
it.
your father.
Yes, that's true.
What do you do at the museum?
I'm an anthropologist.
The same as your father.
Yes?
Miss Turner, do you think you could help me?
That depends. What's the trouble?
I got a
found
bone to
that
pick
I've had
with you.
examined at the lab.
A bone? A human bone?
Yes, of course. It belonged to a murder victim.
Murder? How awful.
The bone is from the body of one of the victims of the skeleton murders. I take it you've read about them?
Oh, good heavens, yes. What can I do for you?
Couldn't we discuss that inside?
Certainly. Come on over. I'll let you in.
This is the game that never ends. Yeah, alright. There she is, looming.
Mr. Halligan?
Yes, that's right. Hello, Miss Turner. Nice to meet you. Thank you for taking the time.
No problem. We're closed anyway. The museum is
I mean,
being
yeah, look at the
refurbished.
outside of it,
Easy
man.
to get in touch with you. I was close to giving up.
Oh, you mean because of the phone call? I'm really sorry. I do sometimes tend to be rather short on the
Who
phone.
needs the animation?
I get unpleasant calls sometimes.
We
and
can all
that's
imagine
why I'm
the
a bit suspicious.
I see.
face moving,
Well,
right?
I finally got in touch with you.
Would you like to come in? Would you like a cup of coffee or anything else?
No, thanks.
Mr. Halligan, how may I help you?
As I said, I'm working on the skeleton murders. We found another victim in Epping Forest. All the evidence points to the same culprit. as
She's
in
got
the
that Laura
case.
Croft
The corpse
appeal.
was completely skeletonized. Professional work.
That's horrible. But how can I help you?
My colleague Chris Hecker of the forensic lab
Oh, shit.
already had a look at the bones.
I believe
He
I've left my
thought
water
your
upstairs.
father
Hold on,
could
Broken
carry
Freak.
out
I'll have to
some
dash off and get it.
He is a renowned expert, after all.
Yes, he could do that. But as I said, my father isn't here.
I know. but it is very urgent. Perhaps you could have a look?
You say you've got some of the bones with you?
Yes, just one. Here.
That's illegal.
This is
Yes.
the femur.
Yes, that's what Chris Hecker said as well.
It will take some time, Mr. Halligan. Could you wait a moment?
Certainly. Okay, 1 second. There we go. He's carrying the bone around. It was in a bag before he handed it to her.
I would like to ask you some questions about
Hydrate.
your work, just out of interest. What are all these strange things here in your lab?
They're things my father and I have brought back from various expeditions. They have to be catalogued. Will then become part of the permanent exhibition of our museum. Some things are personal presents. We keep those, of course.
You see quite a lot of the world, don't you?
Yes, that's part of my job.
So what you're saying is you took them all from the countries of their origin, huh? You're just going to keep them in this museum, huh? Cool. Mm-hmm.
What's your father's current research project?
He's in Kenya studying initiation rituals.
What?
The rituals carried out when the childhoods of boys and girls end and they're admitted to the circle of adults.
How long have you been working here?
Several years. My father helped me to get the job here at the museum.
Connections are indispensable.
Very English. It is on brand.
I was the most qualified applicant. But it's not easy to gain acceptance with the old boys of the museum's board when you're a woman. You have to be at least twice as good as the best male applicant.
And you
That's
were?
fair.
Of course I was. It's been decided that I'll be the head of the museum as soon as my father retires.
When will that be?
Surely that's not
You
nepotism.
will have achieved a lot for someone your age.
How old do you think I am?
I'd say 29.
Exactly.
Dang, nailed it.
What's your research field?
I specialize in sacrificial rites.
Sacrificial rites. That's an unusual research field for a young woman.
Do you think
I'm
so?
defending.
I don't think you should divide preferred science fields for men or women, Mr. Halligan.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I just think that you must have to do with death all the time if you research sacrifices.
Death is part
And?
of our existence, Mr. Halligan. In all cultures, all around the world.
You're telling me. If you take it like that, we are all...
I'm going to be honest. This woman is written ahead of her time.
But it's not my job to put people in jail. I document the sacrificial rites of different cultures in order to help create a better mutual understanding.
What is there to be understood about murder?
I'm not saying that I approve of everything I research, Mr. Halligan, but in foreign cultures, not all sacrificial rites are regarded as murder. Most cultures sacrifice animals or plants, and they do so for religious reasons. Human
Yes, no one
sacrifices
murders
don't
them
exist anywhere
for
in the
religious
world at
reasons.
present. They're a thing of the past.
I feel like he's just staring at her chest this whole conversation. No, he's not. Pointedly. Sorry. He is very consciously not looking at her chest during the whole conversation. Just sweat running down his face.
That was very interesting. Thank you, Miss Turner.
Not at all. I like talking about it. I'm often alone here with my work. It feels good to
No
be
one
able
has
to
ever been
chat.
killed in the history
Now
in
I'll
any
have a look at that
religion.
bone you brought.
Yes, I'll just sit on the sacrificial stool. So are you gonna like look at the bone or like, what's happening here? Oh. Oh, I'm her now. I see.
The wash basin. The wash basin. 2 bottles of Father hates it when I use up all his chemicals. The wash base. The wash.
Okay. The wash basin. The wash basin.
This statue is from North Africa. I think it represents the god of the earth.
What do you mean you think?
These pieces fit together, but my father and I never managed to figure out where they came from.
Some country that
The
you'd
head
stole
of a
them from.
Greek statue. These sculptures don't belong here.
Okay.
A death mask. In the Sudan, they put masks like these on warriors who died while hunting. This is from Easter Island. Very mysterious.
Is it?
I'd like to know how my father got hold of this silver mask from Kenya. Masks like this one are worn by tribal chieftains for initiation ceremonies. A small statue. A small Greek statue. A Mexican god. He's obviously hungry, and only human sacrifices will satisfy him. I got this mask in Central Africa. They wear them for rites that are supposed to cure diseases. Their witch doctors use them to drive away evil spirits. This mask is worn for New Year's celebrations in New Guinea. This Greek vase was given to us by a local resident. She thought the museum would be interested in it, but it's just a cheap imitation from a junk shop. It says made in Hong Kong on the bottom.
Then why'd you keep it? You didn't have to keep it. Okay, hold on. Take the bone and I put it somewhere. Where can I put the bone? Hold on. Have to do this, and then this.
I'll never get the bone under there.
Okay, cool. So the bone does not go there. Do I? Hold on. I shave the bone. Delicious. Okay, I now have a bone shaving. Okay. Let's look at all this crap real quick.
The sickle's from England. It could be a Celtic artifact, but we haven't been able to date it yet. Antique muzzle-loader pistols. Pieces of broken vessels. The sheath of a dagger. This dagger needs restoring. A curved dagger. I think Father brought it back with him from Turkey. These stilettos
This
were
is Kurdish,
found
isn't
during
it?
the excavations in Tenochtitlan, which is now Mexico City. These stilettos were found during...
The microscope is the annoying part, reportedly. Oh, that's weird, because we haven't hit an annoying part yet. Nope.
There's some metal residue here. It's gold. There's some metal residue here.
Okay. What if I keep going? What's up? Is that all I needed to do with that? Oh, hold on.
Looks as if that won't... That does... I don't know. Oh, man. It's... I can't think of it. Oh, that doesn't work. There's methanol in there. It's sometimes used to clean up relics.
Takes forever to get it to focus. Just stick to it until it works. If you click on the lower half of it, it goes in one direction. If you go the other half, it does the other.
Made any progress?
Yes, a little. But I can't quite make it out. Have you got a moment? I just want to check on something.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, so we're not done the puzzle yet.
It won't work like that. That doesn't work. It won't work like that. That doesn't. I don't think
Nope.
it'll work like that.
Okay. I feel like I have to do something else with this.
These are pieces of very old statues. It's not easy to put them together. Father's distiller. Father's distiller. There's methanol in there. It's sometimes used to clean up relics. Not a good idea. I'd better think about it again. Would that? It won't work. It won't work like that. There's no point in that. Forbidden archaeologies. My favorite.
Forbidden archaeologies. The sexiest of the archaeologies.
Forbidden archaeology. Forbidden.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do next here. I found the bone, or the gold in the bone. Right? Back to the table of weapons.
Pieces of broken vessels. The sickles from England. The sickles. That's a stiletto from the late. This dagger needs restoring. Not a good. I should. It won't work. I can't do that. It won't work. It won't. Not a good idea.
Can't take any of these. The sickle should do something?
The sickles from England. It could be a Celtic artifact, but we haven't been able to date it yet. That's interesting. The notches in the bone were made by a sharp instrument.
Okay. I had to use the other thing.
Matches the notches to a T. That's it.
Okay. Is that all the information I needed?
Made any progress?
Yes, a little.
Nope.
But I can't quite make it out. Have you got a moment? I just want to check on something.
Sure, no problem.
The sickles from England. That's a human femur. That's interesting. The notches in the bone were made by a sharp instrument. The sickle matches the notches to a T. That's a human femur. Mr. Halligan gave it to me.
Okay.
That doesn't help.
What
either.
else am I supposed to do here? So, the guy got chopped up with a sickle or some such. There's gold in it.
A relief. It's just come back from the restorer.
What else do I need to do? Doesn't seem to be anything I can do here.
No, not a chance.
I can't grab those tweezers, which I would have thought would have been the next logical part. Perhaps something I've already interacted with? You know, I feel like I have interacted with everything I've already interacted with. Magazine?
Hey, didn't this edition mention something in connection with
Right.
sacrificial rites in Britain? Let's see. Yes, here it is. An article about the Druids and their sacrificial rites. The latest findings indicate that in ancient England it was probable for the most... for their high ceremonies, the Celts...
Allergies are brutal today.
Incredible. It all fits in with this bone. I'm sure the detective will be very interested.
Okay. Now can I talk to him?
Mr. Halligan?
God, she runs like a stereotype.
I believe I've found something interesting about your bone.
Go ahead.
In my
Go
opinion,
on.
this bone was worked on.
With a sickle.
Yes.
Oh, it was worked on, huh?
Probably with a sickle made of gold.
What makes you think that?
The bone bears
That's a
notches
terrible
matching the cutting
sickle.
form of a
No
sickle to a
durability.
T, and
Loses
I
its
found
blade
a trace
immediately.
of gold in one of the notches.
A golden sickle? Who would use a weapon like that in order to cut a human being to pieces?
That's what I asked myself as well. I found an interesting article which could help us. According to the historian Arthur Blake, the Britannic Druids carried out very bloody sacrificial rites. He found out that such rites took place at major celebrations of the Celts. He assumes that consecrated golden sickles were used for those rites.
And how does he know about these things?
He learned about it from old inscriptions he's translating at the moment. Interesting, huh?
Celts? Druids? Quite some time has passed since then, hasn't it?
Of course, but the descriptions in the article absolutely match the findings on your bone, Mr. Halligan. I'm sure the author of the article can help you.
Oh, good. And, where can I find this dude?
What do you think? Could this Blake be right?
I don't know. Maybe he just wants to make money with horror stories about ancient Britain, but the bone you've shown me would match his theory quite well.
Okay.
Have you ever seen anything similar in your career?
Oh, Mr. Halligan, you don't know the Aztec skull walls. If you'd seen those, you'd
No,
consider
obviously
your bone
not.
harmless.
Maybe, but that was centuries ago. The victim of this murder was found this morning, and it was found in London. So you think this murder could be a ritual murder?
Yes, it would be possible. There are several occult sects and Satanists. They like checking their history books and adopting
Occult
archaic
sex.
rituals.
That's hot.
What did you say this author's name was?
Blake. Arthur Blake.
Was there any mention in the article of how you could get in touch with the man?
I thought you'd ask that. His address was printed below the article.
That's a weird thing.
366 Pinewood Road.
Why is that in a magazine? Guess it's kind of pre-doxing, isn't it? 2001.
I'm going there now.
Mr. Halligan, I'm interested in this, particularly because of my job. I'd like to help you with your case. Would you take me with you?
Impossible. It's confidential police work. I have to see him on my own. I'm sorry.
I'm sure my knowledge would
So, is she going to become the love interest
think it would be
slash the
really
person who gets
interesting to
kidnapped by
work
the
on a
druids
case
to
like
be
that.
sacrificed?
Oh, when I think about it, perhaps that's not a bad idea at all. Perhaps there will be more examinations to be done. Okay, Miss Turner, let's do it like this. I'll keep you informed on the case. If I hear anything new or if I need your help, I'll contact you. What do you think?
All right. I'll see you later then.
Yeah.
Before
see you
people
later.
put all sorts of stuff in the paper in magazines. Yeah, I guess that's true. All right.
This must be it. Pretty out of the way.
This looks like it's seen some better days.
Mr. Blake's vehicle really is a vintage car, that's for certain.
Check his mailbox.
Looks like he made this letterbox himself.
Tote's not a crime. Excuse me? Whoa! I love how I can reproduce it. Hold on, I gotta walk to like here. Woo! Okay, I'll knock on the door now.
Not much to see. I hope he's in. Ah, it says Blake. This must be the place. Mr. Blake?
Yes?
My name's Brent Halligan. I'm a detective from Scotland Yard. I have a few questions I need to ask you.
Scotland Yard? What's this about? Is something wrong?
I'd rather we discuss this in private. Do you mind if I come in?
I'm not sure. What's happened? Is there a problem with one of my publications?
No, sir. I'm investigating...
Oh, voice acting.
Perhaps you could help me? It really won't take very long.
Murder? Awful. But what's it got to do with me?
Mr. Blake, I'd really prefer
my
if we
God.
could go somewhere a little more private. May I come in?
Well, yes, certainly. Come on in.
I'd better not... That armchair looks... I'd better not sit down. Might create a bad impression. An old pendulum clock with a Roman face. Mr. Blake seems to be a man of taste. Still, I wouldn't buy a thing like that.
Yeah, that's because we suck. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Books. And their own books. And there are books.
I bet you there's one of these books. What is this music? What is this music? So the hour hand was in the wrong place for the minute hand? I don't. What do you mean? What is happening? I don't know. I went to look at books and then things got dramatic.
And they're almost all historical works.
There's gonna be one book on here
Books.
that doesn't match. Right? One of these is gonna be a secret fucking door thing. It should be right on 3. Oh, yeah. Or on the 4, I guess. Whee! Oh, you can't see it spinning. What a shame.
I don't think Mr. Blake would appreciate...
You're nitpicking? I don't know. That might be something legit.
Druids, am I right?
Yes, quite correct. In fact, I'm just working on a revised version for the next edition. But what makes you so interested in
This
my
music.
book?
I'm currently investigating a series of murders.
Talk louder, guys.
I made some interesting discoveries that I'd like to discuss with you.
What series of murders are we talking about?
The skeleton murders. You may have read about them in the papers.
Oh, yes. Of course. Terrible business.
Mr. Blake, I believe there may be
God.
some sort of ritual behind these murders.
Well, what makes you think that?
Dr. Turner from the Anthropological Museum in Oxford examined one of the last victim's bones for me. She found residual traces of gold on it and round notches.
Round notches, you say?
Yes. Does that mean anything to you? Doesn't your book on Druids mention ritual killings for which a golden sickle was used?
True. Are you saying these murders are based on the same ritual?
That's what I've come to ask you.
But that's
I
impossible.
recognize that guy's
It
voice,
can't
and I
be
don't know
true.
why.
It's... My God. It would be unthinkable. It would confirm all my translations. I've been researching the history of the Druids for 30 years now, but I've never yet found proof of my greatest fears.
Your greatest fears?
Yes, the perfection of the final ritual. The final,
final
confirmation
ritual.
of the Druids' power.
Tell me more about the Druids.
Well, the Druids were Celtic priests. They were highly respected scholars, responsible for preserving the Celtic religion and science. Their main tasks included
If this is just a
conducting
Thief
sacrificial
spin-off?
rituals,
Well, they
medicine,
came out about the same
astronomy,
time.
and justice. Experts now believe that Druidism began in ancient Britain and spread from there to the European continent. especially to Gaul. The first definite evidence of the Druids' existence goes back to 500 BC.
That's a long time ago.
Quite. And for at least 500 years from then on, the Druids were the most important class of Celtic society.
What happened then?
Well, with Britain and Gaul being conquered by the Romans, the Druids were quickly suppressed. Their doctrine was abolished and replaced by Roman tenets. In the end, Christianity took over. And by around 1000 AD, Druidism seems to have vanished.
What did the Druids and their followers believe in?
Well, that's not so very easy to explain. Like the Romans and the Greeks, the Celts had a number of gods to whom various functions were ascribed. They paid homage to these gods with rituals and sacrifices. Many of their cult rituals were performed for the stars.
All that is surprisingly accurate. Oh, hi, Dancer. I didn't realize you have the same colors, Hi. How's it going?
Religious acts always took place in forests, usually in a clearing or at some other prominent location. The Druids didn't start building their temples until they had met the Romans.
Oh, yeah. Actually, Dancer, isn't this, not this exactly, but isn't this vaguely what your belief structure is around? I remember we talked about it before, but my brain is very tired today and I'm not remembering things very well.
What were their rituals like?
Well, they mainly made sacrifices on special occasions. Druids would burn plants and twigs to transfer them into the realm
Pretty
of
much.
the divine.
Oh, cool.
That doesn't sound
Feel free to fact check
No,
as we go
but
along.
They also sacrificed animals, mostly rams or pigs. Roman writers even mention cruel human sacrifices, crucifixions, decapitations, and regular slaughters on the altar.
What? Oh, that's horrific.
Not all of these stories are based on definite facts, Mr. Halligan.
I'd like to know more about the four elements.
The Druids regarded the four elements as the material of which the world is made. They invoked the elements and used them for their rituals. There were only three proper elements: air, water, and earth. Fire, the fourth element, existed solely for the purpose of transferring one of the three basic elements into another.
What do you mean?
Well, solids or liquids become gaseous.
Yeah, fire was a
Gas
transference
can be turned
element.
into
Neat.
liquid form with the help of fire. Take a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen, for example. Fire, therefore, represents transformation, the transferal of one element into a new condition.
That sounds pretty complicated.
I suppose it does when you first hear it, but it's actually quite simple.
Yeah, Morris, we did
Well,
eventually
that's
get
what
into the
my
museum.
colleague
I
Chris
needed some
Hector always
poking.
tries to tell me whenever he
I
starts
had the right
lecturing me
idea.
about
I was
things.
missing parts
Quite
of the
right,
puzzle.
Mr. Halligan. I shouldn't bore you with such details.
I knew I had to feed the dude alcohol. I found the alcohol. I didn't know how to get the alcohol until we found the fingerprint powder, and then I could get additional prompts so we could carry on with that. So yes, we did get into the Museum of Appropriation and get the information we need. That's why we're here. And congratulations, you beggar poisoning asshole. Yeah, we don't seem to be a very good person.
What's this final ritual all about?
This is the text I wrote down during my travels through England and France. You know, when you travel through the country, you can feel that many locals still believe in the old Celtic customs. A group of farmers in the south of England let me copy the inscriptions on a megalith that stands in a field there. They claim that there used to be a huge Druid temple close to their house, but there's nothing left of it now. Whatever. I managed to translate the text, at least in part.
Okay, Mr. Blake, please come to the point. What does it say?
It says that the last of the Druids saw the fall of their priesthood coming in the year 1000 AD. In the confusion surrounding the final destruction of the Order, a demonic superior Druid seized power, using his
A demonic superior Druid, eh?
not for the good of his people and to honor the gods, but to submit all of mankind to his rule. In order to secure the survival of the Druid's tradition, and to complete his devilish
There was no
work,
comma there.
he organized a final ritual, transferring the knowledge and power of the last of the Druids to 5 infants. These infants have always been referred to as the inheritors.
Go on.
The inscription says that the ritual was not entirely completed. I've not yet been able to discover why, but from what I've learnt, The inheritors are strong and powerful enough to one day
Oh my God,
complete
there's
the
a lot
ritual
of
by themselves.
exposition. Okay. Beer brewing is where the term magic wand came from. Dancer, I would like to know more about that. You're a cop, not being a good person is implied. Fair. Yeah, fair. But hold on. If we're bad at being a cop, does that make us a better person? As I said, this game's full of German devs pretending to be humans. They're doing okay so far. The puzzles are just kind of off kilter. The human interactions seem okay. Okay. Anyways,
What happened to the Druids after 1000 AD?
Well, that's a good question, Mr. Halligan. Scientists are still arguing on that point. Some suspect that many Druids simply became priests in the Christian church. After all, Christian priests took over the position in society that had formerly been reserved for the Druids.
They also
changed
appropriate
their
a whole bunch
jobs
of local
And
stuff.
secretly continued their own religion?
That's not unlikely. They certainly influenced the Christian church. That we do know. Some experts believe that the Druids' order never ceased to
Oh my God, are
exist.
we playing
That's where
Broken
the
Sword?
myth surrounding the final ritual comes in. It supposedly took place 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, the Christians their flexibility on being able to just absorb other religions kind of things and being like, oh yeah, we totally got that. We totally do that. Yes, it's cool, man. We got that over here. The term Christian church is very strange. Yeah, it is weird that they're not saying Catholic Church, since that would have been the overriding thing at the time, but they found that the brews often failed unless they kept using the same stick. Oh, yeah. Right, so they had a specific stick that actually made the brews work because it got imbued with wild yeast. That's neat.
Right. But what have these murders got to do with the myth?
Well, that's just it, Mr. Halligan. I haven't told you the whole story yet.
There's
Well,
more?
fucking get to it.
The inscriptions explain that the Druids
I know you don't get a lot of
inheritors
visitors,
require
dude, but
the
come on.
life force of other people to complete the ritual.
I see. And how do they do that?
According to legend, the flesh has to be cut off the bones of living humans and to be eaten. Only then can
That's
the
awkward.
life force be transferred.
You mean the victims of these skeleton murders were practically eaten alive by cannibals?
Yes.
By Druids. Yes.
I don't believe it.
Splitting hairs, I
Worst
guess.
is yet to come, Mr. Halligan.
What? What could possibly be worse than that?
If such skeletons have been found in London, bearing marks of a golden sickle, it can only mean one thing. The inheritors are preparing for the perfection of their final ritual.
Which
Cool.
means?
The myth says, once the ritual has been completed, the world will become a place governed by evil. Magic will be unleashed
Yeah,
upon the world,
that's
and
not.
mankind
Oh,
will have but one
definitely.
choice, to
That's
obey
not how the world
or to
is
die.
Great.
now.
And you really believe all that?
I believe it's possible. You know, Mr. Halligan, I'm not a superstitious man, but I've spent enough
Mind you,
time
this game came out in
studying
2001,
Druidism to know
so
that more goes on between heaven and earth than we can possibly imagine.
I quite agree.
You see, and the skeletons that have been found within the past few months fit in perfectly with the Druids' sacrificial rites. The day of the ritual's perfection is drawing near. Of that I'm certain. What we're looking at right now is just the beginning. Before we're through, more people will die, and the inheritors
now you
will
put the
soon
musical
be
sting
strong
in.
enough.
What can we do about it?
Time is running out, Mr. Halligan. You must find the inheritors and put them out of action.
I have to go on a crusade.
That's an easy thing to say, but how can I?
There may be a way. During my latest research, I came across something very interesting. If the story I've heard is true, then there's a certain item that was extremely important for the ritual 1,000 years ago.
What is it?
A piece of jewelry mentioned in the old inscriptions. The Amulet of Transformation.
I mean, that
You
seems
should try
important.
to gain possession of that amulet.
The Amulet of Transformation? What's its purpose?
I don't know, Mr. Halligan. Nobody does. All I do know is that the myth says it's important for the completion of the ritual. If you find the amulet, you may be able to prevent the ritual.
Plot twist. This guy's in on it, and he's looping us in to get the amulet on their behalf.
How did you find out about the amulet?
My work led to the discovery of a connection between the Druids of Gaul and Britain. It seems there was a small group of British Druids who fled to France when the ritual failed.
What for?
I don't know. Maybe they wanted to save the amulet. I found out that a 13th century despotic French nobleman somehow gained possession of the amulet. I found a picture of him in an old archive.
Really? Let me see.
Yep. Thunder Wizard is a modern recreation involving energy work. Don't look it up. The craft went off the deep end. I'm gonna be honest. Thunder Wizard does does sound a little. How do I want to put this? Sounds a little Reiki to me. Is there anything I can do with this picture?
Well, he doesn't look particularly friendly. Was he a druid?
Well, he must have had something to do with the Druids, but I really can't tell you how he gained possession of the amulet. However, he is the only clue that I can possibly give you. As to the whereabouts of the amulet, I suggest that you make your way to Carmore. With any luck, you may find more clues leading to the amulet there.
Sorry, I didn't say Reiki. I said Reiki. Or Reich-ish. Like perhaps the third.
All right, Mr. Blake. I'll get going immediately.
Yes, thank you, Bogo Freak.
Yourself, Mr. Halligan.
Though, if they're doing energy work, you offended? Sorry to answer. I don't mean to offend. I'm saying this person isn't necessarily druidic in the more traditional sense at this point. If they went off the deep end and did a bunch of energy work, it has similar vibes to other things I've seen in those circles, shall I say. But perhaps their brand of off the deep end is different. It's a boat.
An oil painting. Not...
Also, those circles of people tend to like to hijack various things like Norse mythology and druidic stuff and twist it into some pretty hot garbage. All right, off to Portsmouth. You can't see the video? It's a shitty boat. We're on a shitty boat. Norse heathens tend to be more Nazi. Yeah, fair enough. I'm just saying, when someone starts talking about a thunder wizard, it has that vibe. So now we're completely out of our jurisdiction. Just utterly.
Hello, Captain.
Bonjour.
Do you know the castle of Carmore? I say.
I might.
Well, do you know the castle?
Now, this is a part I know I can get soft lock on. I can't go to the castle yet.
You're not being very talkative.
No.
Yes, you can get hard locked here, and yes, there is a save. I'm going to do that.
Oh, well, thanks for the conversation.
You're welcome.
Now that I know that this is the boat, okay, I saved. Now this water's the best looking thing in the whole game. Yeah, it's a good loop. Because I know this is all another, like, the boat is involved in another stupid puzzle.
Shush, 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 silence.
Tell me, my good man, which way is the castle?
Castle? Oh, you mean the burnt down mound of rubble on the outskirts of the village? I
Yes.
suppose?
Yes, that's it.
What do you want to go there for? There's nothing to see there.
I just want to take a look around. So, which way do I go?
Oh, that's simple. Just follow the road through the village, past the crossroads, and straight ahead. Keep going for about 3 kilometers.
Holy fuck.
You can't miss it.
Have you you ever heard of the Lord of the Castle of Carmore?
Yes, of course. My parents used to tell me about him in order to scare me when I wouldn't go to bed. For the children of Carmore, the Lord was a kind of bogeyman, you know. Our parents used to tell us horror stories about him.
What did they say?
That villagers used to vanish, that the Lord would catch and kill little children. They told me, Pierre...
Walk in as Pierre and just keep going. Let me eat some guide rocks.
remember it as if it had been yesterday.
Have you ever been to the castle as an adult?
Yes, a couple of times. We needed stones for our new stable, but I don't mind telling you, I wasn't too happy out there.
What did people believe would happen if the Lord came to get you?
You'd be killed and fed to the Lord's hounds. At least, that's what my parents told me.
That's not much of a bedtime story to tell a small boy.
True, but it worked.
True, but I was a little shit.
After dark, believe me.
Was the Lord such an evil character then?
Oh, yes, so I've heard. They say he murdered his entire family, not to mention half the household. He was a madman, but I don't remember many details of the old stories.
So the castle burnt down, did it?
Yes, that's right. I think it happened in some war or other, or during the Inquisition. But that was hundreds of years ago.
What do you know about the castle?
Ah, not much. It's supposed to have belonged to a rich family around here many centuries ago. As a child, I used to play in the ruins with my friends, but it's not really safe to go walking around in the rubble.
Why is that?
It's in danger of collapsing, my friend. Anyway, it's pretty creepy out there, especially in the cemetery. There's not much left of the castle nowadays. Local farmers use the ruin as a quarry when they need stones for their houses. There's just a few bits of rubble left, that's all.
I have to go. Good luck with your fishing.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I talked to you again.
Quiet. My God, haven't you been listening? I'm trying to catch fish, my friend.
Oh, yes.
I like how
Sorry. Well, how do you like the area?
the subtitles are obviously supposed to be French accent, and then he is not. He sounds like an expat.
No, there were just a few points I wanted to clear up.
Very well. But keep your voice down, will you?
Certainly. I have to go. Good luck with your fishing.
We are in France, yes. We are in Carmore.
I take it these drums contain fuel. A de chevaux, probably the fisherman's.
Okay. Wait. I'm confused. I need to do something here, don't I? There's salt.
That's salt.
Okay. I need the salt. And this is the part where I can get soft locked. I need this salt.
That's salt. That's salt. That's salt. It's me again.
Quiet. My God, haven't you been listening? I'm trying to catch fish, my friend.
There's no way to skip any of this.
Sorry.
Well, how do you like the area? Have you explored it yet?
Not really, to be honest.
Aha. Then what are you doing here again? Trying to scare the fish away, hmm?
No, there were just a few points I wanted to clear up.
Very well. But keep your
I
voice
can't
down.
ask him about his fishing here. I used to be able to.
This must be the castle. Or rather what's left of it. Pretty creepy.
Legitimately, if someone wants to look up the soft lock here and how I avoid it, just to make sure I haven't somehow inexplicably already done it.
Looks like this used to be a tower, but it's collapsed. A tower? This castle must have been a real fortress before it collapsed. A tower? This castle must have been a real fortress before it collapsed. It's locked, an iron gate.
Okay. Hmm.
Looks like this used to be a tower, but it's collapsed. Hello, I'm back.
Damn quiet, I said.
Okay, here we go.
To frighten the fish off?
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is different.
I forgot. I was miles away. I've had a look round the area. I've been to the ruin.
And? What do you think of our little village?
It's nice. But I've got a few more questions regarding our last talk.
Oh? Well, go ahead and ask. But please...
Yes, be quiet, yes.
Right?
Precisely, my friend. You learn quickly.
Okay, I'd like to ask you about fishing. Here we go.
What would you like to know?
I like your fishing rod. It's a beauty.
Yes, nice, isn't it? It's an enhanced fiberglass telescope ultralight 47. The latest model.
Fancy.
What are you planning to catch?
You may not believe me, but I've caught all kinds of things here. You know, I've caught pike 5 meters long, with eyes like plates and razor-sharp teeth.
Did you, though?
That's why I bought this rod.
Did you, though?
The last one was pulled clean out of my hands by one of those beasts.
Do you expect...
Can I hold your rod?
Of course. It's the truth. I swear it. I even had some photos of one of those fish. But I'm afraid I lost them. They fell into the water. Right here.
My girlfriend who lives in Canada.
Evidence to support your story. That is a pity.
Don't you believe me? Ask Capitaine Deneuve. He will confirm it. I often show him the fish that I catch.
Capitaine Deneuve? Who's that?
Oh, you don't know him? He captains the ferry that brought you here. He's over there, on board. He's experienced a lot and has been all over the place. He knows a lot of stories. Incredible stories.
Like what, for example?
You'll have to ask him that yourself. I never really listen properly when he starts spinning his yarns. He's bound to tell you a story or two.
Okay.
You just have to know how to deal with him.
How to deal with him? What do you mean?
Not so loud, please.
Because of the fish?
No, because of Capitaine Deneuve. He might hear us.
And?
Look, I'll tell you something. Deneuve's a bit strange. He insists on being addressed by his title. It's how do you call it? A peculiarity of his.
Oh?
Okay.
Why is that?
He's an old sea dog from a real old seafaring family. Some ancestor of his served in Napoleon's fleet. He himself used to go out to sea doing the real thing. Got a master's certificate and all that. Seeing the
Man, we're building a lot of backstory for this character we have to interact with one time.
But he still insists on people using his title. He says his rank should still command people's respect.
Oh, well, if that's all, I don't mind. What do I have to call him then?
Monsieur le Capitaine Charles Deneuve. That's his full title. He'll appreciate that.
If you don't use the full title, it really hits the nerve.
I have to go. Good luck with your fishing.
Thank you.
I'm not done talking about the
I'm
fishing.
back.
Damn quiet, I said. Are you trying to frighten the fish off?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I was miles away. I've had a look round the area. I've been to the
God.
ruin.
And what do you think of our little village?
It's nice. But I've got a few more questions regarding our last talk.
Oh, well, go ahead and ask, but please,
Quietly. Right?
precisely, my friend. You learn quickly.
This is just brutal. Can someone look up how I can skip voice lines in this game? Is it possible? And if so, what the hell key do I have to hit? And now I know his true name. I have power over him. Yeah, I guess that's true.
I'd like to speak
Tell me
to you
more about fishing.
What would you like to know?
I like your fishing rod. It's a beauty.
Yes, nice, isn't it? It's an enhanced fiberglass telescope ultralight 47, the latest model.
Can I have a
Give me
fish?
one of your fish.
On a normal day, I would, but I just haven't been able to catch enough today.
How many fish have you caught?
Not a single one, my friend.
That's not a lot.
Yeah, precisely. I must try to catch some now, otherwise I will have nothing to offer this evening.
You're planning to sell the fish?
No, no. I have visitors coming this evening, you understand?
I see. I suppose there's nothing doing then.
Sorry. Why don't you just buy a fishing rod of your own and come and join me? Who knows? If you're nice and quiet...
Hey, how do we cross the water without our wallet?
Do you mind if I hold your fishing rod for a while?
Sorry, my friend. It was very expensive. I spent 800 francs on it, and I'm not going to let anyone else touch it.
Wait, francs? Isn't France part of the EU at this point?
What are you planning to catch?
You may not believe me, but I've caught all kinds of things here. You know, I've caught pike 5 meters long, with eyes like plates and razor-sharp teeth. That's why I bought this rod. The last one was pulled clean out of my hands by one of those beasts.
Do you expect me to believe that?
Of course, it's the truth. I
Don't think the Euro existed yet? Oh, maybe not.
Of one of those fish, but I'm afraid I lost them. They fell into the water.
When did the Euro come
Now
out?
there's not a shred of evidence to support your story. That is a pity.
Euro's been around for a while.
Ask Capitaine Deneuve. He will confirm it. I often show him the fish that I catch.
I have to go. Good luck with your fishing.
Thank you.
Okay, we're still not done talking
I'm
to this
back.
guy.
Damn quiet, I said. Are you trying to frighten the fish off?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Now we're gonna ask about the castle.
I've had a look
Before we
around the
move on.
area. I've been to the ruin.
And?
There we go. Introduced in 1999, but didn't replace currency until 2002.
I've got
Fair
a
enough.
few more questions regarding our last talk.
Oh, well.
As the oldest person here, you know better than us. That's not true. Eno's older than me.
Precisely, my friend. You learn quickly.
Thank you very much. Not by much, I don't think, but Eno is older than me.
I'd like to speak to you about the castle of Carmore.
I've told you all I know about it.
Okay. Okay, let's go talk to the captain.
Excuse me.
What?
You're Monsieur le Capitaine Charles Deneuve, aren't you?
Yes, that is correct, my boy. Charles Deneuve, Captain of the Merchant Navy of France. How do you know my name?
I've been talking to a friend of yours.
My grandfather was
Fisherman
part of the
over
merchant
there,
navy.
Pierre?
England's merchant navy.
Yes, old Pierre. I expect he has been telling you about his pike, the one that was 5 meters long.
Yes, he did. Pierre says you're from Carmore, like he is. Is that true?
Yes, that's right. I grew up here. As a youngster, I wanted to be a fisherman and used to work on my father's trawler. Later, I went to naval college to become a captain of the Merchant Navy of France. I have a small house at the end of the road, just behind Francois' Bistro.
You used to work for the Merchant Navy?
Yes. I have been to practically every single port all over the world, from New York to Zanzibar, from Rotterdam to Cape Town. I have sailed all known and unknown oceans. Rivers, backwaters, lakes, and canals.
All
I
of them,
have
huh?
seen things no
Just
other
all of
man
them?
on Earth has ever seen.
Sounds exciting.
Yes. But all that was a long time ago. In a few years' time, I shall retire and begin working on my memoirs.
Your memoirs? That sounds interesting.
Trying not to insult the man.
Yes, my boy. I've seen a lot, you know. Disasters, storm tides, elements, mysteries.
Really? Won't you tell me more?
I have seen ships disappear in the Bermuda Triangle.
Go
I
on.
saw the Prince of Egypt sink. I witnessed the accident of the Pride of Paris in Cape Town Harbor.
You were in all those places?
Of course. And that's not all. I have seen tsunamis 40 meters high and octopuses with 16 tentacles.
I think this man might be telling some porcupines.
Tentacles.
Quite, my boy, quite. I have seen things a common landlubber, no offense, my boy, cannot even begin to imagine. Octopuses with twice the normal number of tentacles.
It was so hot.
To that?
Well, that's quite incredible. What do you know about the castle of Carmore?
The castle. The castle is shrouded in greater mystery than the darkest secrets I have ever experienced or heard of.
That's saying something.
Precisely, my boy. After all, I have seen and heard more than most mortals could ever dream of. But none of it is as mysterious as the story of the castle of Carmore and its evil owner.
Tell me more.
The castle of Carmore was once the home of a good and righteous lord. Around 1000 AD, the Druids came there. You've heard of the Druids, I take it?
Oh, yes. Quite a lot, in fact. Go on. Where did these Druids come from?
They were the last of the Druids from Britain.
Really?
Yes, really, my boy.
Do you know why they came to the castle?
They entrusted the Lord and his
As the real mystery is the price of granola bars going up because we all thought that, oh goodness.
What was it?
It says, my wife and I were just talking about how expensive ketchup has become. That's where we are in life.
But then the castle went to a descendant of the family who was not good and righteous, but cruel and mean. The evil lord of Carmore.
Was that what he was called?
That's what he has been called for centuries. He was a tyrant and a murderer. He enjoyed killing and held satanic ceremonies at the castle. Villagers would disappear from Carmore and never be seen again. They say he was executed during the Inquisition.
Cool.
How do you know all this?
From age-old stories that people tell around here. Children heard them from their parents, who in turn had been told them by their own parents. They were handed down through the generations. Sometimes, people even come here from town. People like you, asking about the old stories. Writers, researchers, all sorts. We even had a real aristocrat here from England once. He was very interested in the castle.
Tell me more. I was like, whatever about granola bars until you tried the kind breakfast bars. I can say they changed my mind. I don't think I've ever had those.
Do you know his name?
No, I've forgotten. It was quite a while ago.
Okay.
What did the man want?
He said he'd lost something out at the ruin. A necklace, a family heirloom. It seems to have been very important to him. The 5 of them spent days searching the ruins.
5?
Yes. There were
5,
5
you say?
of them. They rented rooms above the bistro. 5 bigwigs in smart suits. One even had a uniform on.
Did they find the necklace?
No.
What kind of uniform?
I don't think so. They left after a couple of days.
Interesting. Thank you, Monsieur le Capitaine. You've been a great help.
You're welcome, my boy.
Okay.
That's salt.
I still need the salt. I don't know why yet. Okay. Help me out here. How do I not soft lock myself here? I can look at it myself, but I don't want to alt tab out of the app because it's a whole thing.
Monsieur le Capitaine?
What can I do for you?
I've got a few more questions concerning our last conversation.
All right. Ask me anything you like, my boy.
Pierre says you're from Carmore, like he is. Is that true?
Yes, that's right. I grew up here. As a youngster, I wanted to be a fisherman and used to work on my father's trawler. Later, I went to naval college to become a captain of the merchant navy of France. I have a small house
we
at
did
the
all
end of
this.
the road,
Sadly, I can't
just
skip it.
behind Francois' bistro.
Tell me more about Pierre.
I meet him almost every day. He doesn't have much to do these days. Not since the fishing industry went down the drain.
So he's a fisherman, is he?
He used to have 3 trawlers and 5 employees. But nobody wants French fish anymore these days. They're too expensive. Now he spends his days sitting at the jetty, catching a few fish for himself and his friends to eat. They meet round at his place practically every evening and talk about old times, when they used to go out on their trawlers every day.
How long does he sit there fishing?
Until I come back with my last load of passengers. Since he's had that fishing rod, he sometimes sits there even longer. If I have time, we go over to Francois' place when I'm finished for the day.
Doesn't he have anything better to do?
No, not much.
It's a soft lock.
None of the villagers here has much to do, since business is so bad nowadays. Pierre has a small farm which supplies him with all he needs. A few years back, he built himself a small stable next to his house, where he keeps a few animals. His life is rather boring, really. That's why he's always pleased when I tell him a few stories.
Thank you, Monsieur le
There's a
Capitaine.
chance I've
You've
already
been a
done
great
it.
help.
You're welcome, my boy.
So I know I need the salt, and the soft lock involves the salt. I just don't remember what it is. Like, if you Google the Mystery of the Druids soft lock, there's a thing that actually talks about what not to do. I just don't remember what it is.
Excuse me, Pierre.
Yes? Now what?
I'd like to speak to you about fishing.
What would you like to know?
It was leaving this area before getting the salt, which is exactly what I did. I don't have the salt. How do I get the salt? Because I don't know how to get the salt, and I may have already soft locked. This is why I saved as soon as I landed here before we did anything. So how am I supposed to get the salt off of the boat? Load the save. Okay. I don't have a bucket either. I don't have the rod. So we have a bunch of things here. Now we gotta go through all this again. I think I need him to leave. Right?
Good day to you, monsieur.
Shush, 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 silence.
I like your fishing rod. It's a beauty.
Yes, nice, isn't it? It's an enhanced fiberglass telescope ultralight 47, the latest model.
I don't know Pokemon Freak. This is why I asked somebody to Google it. When you say this area, does that include the castle?
Could you give me one of your fish?
On a normal day, I would, but I just haven't been able to catch enough today.
How many fish have you caught?
Well, not a single one, my friend.
That's not a lot.
Yeah, precisely. I must try to catch some now, otherwise I will have nothing to offer this evening.
You're planning to sell the fish?
No.
I'll just go back through these conversation trees without leaving.
I suppose there's
You
nothing
can't
doing
leave this dock and go to the castle. Oh, okay. So I did fuck it up.
Come and join me. Who knows? If you're nice and quiet, you may be lucky.
Do you mind if I hold your fishing rod for a while?
Sorry, my friend. It was very expensive. I spent 800 francs on it, and I'm not going to let anyone else touch it.
What are you planning to
Okay, so yeah, I did screw it up.
You may not
Cool.
believe me, but I've caught all kinds of things here. You know, I've caught pike 5 meters long, with eyes like plates and razor-sharp teeth. That's why I bought this rod. The last one was pulled clean out of my hands by one of those beasts.
Do you expect me to believe that?
Of course. It's the truth. I swear it. I even had some photos of one of those fish, but I'm afraid I lost them. They fell into the water. Right here.
And now there's not a shred of evidence to support your story. That is a pity.
Don't you believe me? Ask Capitaine Deneuve. He will confirm it. I often show him the fish that I catch.
It still sounds rather fishy to me.
My friend, you came to speak to me, not the other way around. If you're not going to believe me, you may as well leave me alone. I don't have to talk to you, you see.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. Okay. Thank you for your assistance.
No problem. You're welcome.
And now we get to do this again.
Quiet. My God, haven't you been listening? I'm trying to catch
So that
fish,
we can
my
ask
friend.
about the captain.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Well, how do you like the area? Have you explored it yet?
Not really, to be honest.
Aha. Then what are you doing here again? Trying to scare the fish away, hmm?
No.
Oh my
Just a
god,
few
there's so
points I
much
want to
pointless
clear up.
dialogue here.
Very well. But keep your
Brevity.
voice down, will you?
Certainly. Tell me, my good man, which way is the
Okay, now I
castle?
don't have the prompt.
Oh, you mean the burnt
To get the
down
captain's
mound of
name.
rubble on the outskirts of the village, I suppose.
Yes, that's it.
What do you want to go there for? There's nothing to see there.
I just want to take a look around. So, which way do I go?
Oh, that's simple. Just follow the road through the village, past the crossroads, and straight ahead. Keep going for about 3 kilometers, then you can't miss it.
Have you ever heard of the Lord of the Castle of Carmore?
Yes, of course. My parents used to tell me about him in order to scare me when I wouldn't go to bed. The
I'm
children of Carmore,
sad we have to
was a
redo
kind of
this because I
bogeyman.
walked away.
Our parents used to tell us
So much talking.
What did they say?
that villagers used to vanish. That the
If
Lord
anyone
would
knows the
catch
skip
them.
dialogue button.
They told me, Pierre, sleep now, or the Lord will come and get you. I remember it as if it had been yesterday.
Press escape.
Have you ever been?
Yes.
Thank you.
You'd be at least. That's not true. We kept.
Was the Lord?
Oh yes.
So the.
Yes.
What do you?
As a
Wise.
any. There's not. There's.
I have to.
Thank you.
That's salt. Hello, Captain.
Bonjour.
Do you know the castle of? I said.
I might.
Well, do you? You're not being.
No.
Oh well.
You will.
It's me again.
Quiet, my.
Oh yes.
Well.
Not.
No.
No.
Very
Certain. I have to go.
Thank you.
It's me again.
Am I screwed?
Oh, well.
No.
Very.
Am I already screwed up here? Did I screw up the conversation tree by not getting the captain's name and now I'm just like screwed? Because it sort of feels like I did that.
I take it these drums contain fuel. Carmore. A picturesque little place. A de chevaux. Probably the fisherman's.
If you talk to the fisherman enough, he should give you the captain's name a bit better. Yeah, I screwed that up. Because if you say the wrong thing, he won't talk to you about it. So I have to get the captain's name. Okay.
Good day to you. It's me.
Quiet, my.
Oh yeah.
Well.
Not. No.
Very.
Certain.
Wow. It's actually that easy to screw up. Okay, hold on. Holy moly.
Good day to you, monsieur.
Shush.
Okay. I like the fishing rod.
Yes. No.
Could
Dude, give me fish.
How many fish? That's.
Yeah.
You're planning to.
No.
I see.
Sorry. Who knows?
Do you mind if I?
Sorry, I spent 8.
What do you plan?
That's why.
Do you expect?
Of course. They fell in.
And now that is it.
Don't you believe? Ask Cap.
There we go. So if I say this, I'm screwed. So
Captain
let's do
Deneuve?
this.
Oh, he's over.
Oh.
You'll have. I never. He's back.
How to deal?
Not
Because of.
No.
And.
Look, It's a... Oh? He's an... Some... See, but he's...
Oh, well.
Monsieur le Capitaine...
Jesus? Yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
I have to...
Thank you.
Sorry. You know, what? Explosions? Oh, right, it's July 4th and you're in the America.
Excuse me.
What?
You're Miss...
Yes. How do you...
I've been told...
Pierre? I expect...
Yes. Is his story...
To be honest with you, my boy, the pike was about 4.5 meters long.
Pierre said...
Yeah. Later, I have...
You used...
I...
Sounds like...
Yeah, but all...
Your man?
No.
Really?
You were of...
I thought...
Quite...
Well... Do you know any...
Take the story of...
Is it a long... Like... Summer...
I'm just... Yeah, okay.
Thank you, monsieur.
You're...
Monsieur le...
What can I... Again.
I've got a... Pierre said...
Yeah. Later, I have...
Tell me... So he's...
He used... Now, they meet...
Doesn't he...
No. A few... His...
How long...
Okay. That's that chain.
Thank you.
You're...
Monsieur le Capitaine...
What can I...
And then more questions.
Pierre said...
Yeah. Later, I have...
And then back to the Merchant Navy.
I...
Sounds...
Yeah, but all...
Then memoirs.
No, really? You were of... I thought... Quite...
Well...
And then castle.
You know... That's...
Chris, but...
Tell me more.
Tell me more.
You...
Oh, yeah.
They would...
Really?
Yes.
You know...
They...
What was...
No.
All right. What happened then?
The item remained in the families, but then the castle went...
Was that?
That's village days.
What do you mean?
No. I know the true story. The castle was destroyed
Oh,
before
okay,
the
hold on.
Inquisition
This is
ever began.
new.
But how?
The truth was told in a very old Breton legend.
And?
One day, a salt seller by the name of Gergen came to the castle of
This is what we
Carmore
needed.
and asked the evil lord for a drink of water. But the lord set his dogs on the man.
Go on.
Out of revenge for the lord's cruelty, Gergen hurled a handful of salt at the castle, which tumbled down immediately, burying the lord beneath it.
But why?
It was an ancient druid curse.
The salt seller had knowledge of druid customs?
Well, he certainly knew how to use the magic that druids employed to deal with their enemies.
How can salt destroy a whole castle?
Through the magic of the druids. Salt is a destructive element. It corrodes, it decomposes, it parches. It can make people die of thirst.
How do you know all this?
From age-old stories that people tell around here. Children heard them from their parents, who in turn had been told them by their own parents. They were handed down through the generations. Sometimes people even come here from town.
Okay,
People
right,
like
yeah.
you,
So now we're
asking
gonna find out about the dude.
stories. Writers, research, we even...
We've done this.
Do you know?
No.
What did the...
He's the
Fine.
Yeah, five.
Did they?
No.
Did all that.
So the...
Evil Lord died.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Monsieur le Cap...
You're well.
Okay. Jeez, just disappeared.
That's salt.
Okay. I'm just gonna do a save here. Okay, now what?
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm not touching things. I still don't want to screw this up. What next? Because I need that salt. Ask about the captain? Okay.
Excuse me, Pierre.
Yes?
I'd like to ask you...
Have you spoken?
Yes, I... Can you really believe...
Well, I'm not sure quite. 50 years
Okay.
at sea are a long time.
Here we
Enough
go.
time to experience a great deal. And for a lot of things to become a bit muddled up in one's mind.
He certainly seems to say some strange things.
I don't think all his stories are true, but there's a core of truth in many of them. You'll have to make up your own mind which of his stories to believe.
Why does he only captain a small ferry nowadays?
He used to command a large merchant ship, but then he was dismissed.
Ah.
I think it was because he drank. He missed Cape Town harbour in the fog.
That
That's
could
awkward.
happen to anyone, drink or no drink.
Yes, but it so happens that with him, it was drink. He was actually seeing double. In the fog, he saw the shadowy outlines of 2 bays and ordered his helmsman to set course for the one on the right.
And that was the wrong one?
Exactly. There was no right-hand bay. The port had 1 bay, not 2.
Awkward.
But you'd better keep that to yourself. He gets pretty embarrassed if anyone mentions it.
I understand. Is he a friend of yours?
Friend? Well, I've seen him almost every day for a number of years. He captains the ferry, I do my fishing. When he's finished for the day, we sometimes go over to the bistro for a glass of pastis. Yes, now I come to think
Yeah, I
of
need
it,
to like
suppose
save
we are
and
friends.
end for the night,
You
but
get on well with each other?
I want to make sure
think it's pretty
I
difficult
get
being friends
past
with a man like
the
you.
hurdle here.
Oh, we get on rather well, really. We don't talk much, you know. If anything, he does the talking, spins his yarns. The only thing about him that sometimes drives me crazy is his damned cat.
I know nothing about this game. Isn't on Steam? Yes, and it's 49 cents right now, I believe.
Takes her back in at night, and the damned beast spends all day.
This copy I got on GOG. It was gifted to me by a friend.
They steal the fish from my bucket or get tangled up in my fishing line.
Because like this will take another 20 minutes.
Has often knocked my bucket of bait over, and I've had to go and get some more. I've told him hundreds of times to take the animal on the ferry with him.
Here we
He
go.
just won't do it.
My friend hates me? No. My friend loves me. He just also loves absolutely batshit insane games. And I promised him if he got me this game, I would play it on stream. So here we are. Another game for the point and click library. Yes. Okay. So are we done here for now?
Okay. Thank you for your
We found out that this dude hates
Excuse me,
cats.
Pierre.
No. I want to back out. Thank you. So we go back here.
Monsieur
Talk
le
to you.
Cap, what can I... I've got a... No.
What?
No offense.
Okay, hold on. Now what? Dude, he says he hates cats.
Monsieur le Cap, what can I do for you?
Give it a second and look around. Wait, is that there? What's that? No, that's nothing. There's Grim Fandango's background art. Oh, that's pre-rendered backgrounds, baby. They're all the rage at the turn of the century. After he says he hates cats, the cat should appear. The art is good for the time. I'm not knocking the art.
Excuse me, Pierre.
Yes?
I'd like to...
Have you...
Yes. Can you...
Well, 50...
Sir,
You'll have...
Yeah, hold on.
Why does... that...
Yeah.
And that...
Exactly.
I am. Is he a...
Friend? Yes.
Do you get on well with each other?
Oh, if anything, the only thing about him that sometimes drives me crazy is his damned cat.
The captain has a cat. You don't like cats.
I hate cats. They steal the fish from my bucket or get tangled up in my... I've
Okay.
told him hundreds of times to take the animal on the...
All right. Thanks for the
No
assistance.
problem.
We just had the conversation again. Because we had the conversation and it didn't spawn. If not, we have to have the convo again. I literally just did that. So... Like, I can do it again.
Excuse me.
Maybe I have to talk to him about something else first.
I'd like to. What?
Let's talk about fishing.
I love it.
And then...
Do you mind? Sorry, I
Good,
have to.
good luck with your fishing. And then we'll talk to him again.
Excuse me. Yes. I'd
Talk about the captain.
Yeah. Can you? Well, 50 said. I don't. You'll have. Is he a friend? Yes. And you get on. If any, the only the captain. Yes.
You hate cats.
I've told. Okay. No.
Oh, you think me skipping the dialogue is what's doing it? Thoughts? Anyone? Did the captain mention a charm? You mean like the amulet?
Monsieur le Capitaine.
What can I do?
When are you?
In 2 hours.
No.
Very well.
Monsieur le.
What can I?
Yes. We learned about the charm and the amulet from him. We have done those things. Yep. We learned about the salt. He said the dude threw salt at the castle and the castle fell down.
Monsieur le. What can I? I've got a. P.S.
Yeah. Later. I have.
You used.
I have. I.
Sounds like.
Yeah, but all.
You're.
No.
Really. You were.
Of.
I thought.
Quite.
Well. What do you? That's
precise, but no.
Tell me
the cop you've.
Oh yeah.
They were the.
Real?
Yes.
Do you know
they?
What was?
No.
All right.
The item, but then
was that what?
That's what villager days.
What do you mean? But how? And
one, but the.
Go on.
Out of.
But what?
It was.
Okay, so that's how we learned about the salt.
How do you know?
From age old, children heard them. Some we.
What did
me? The
fine?
Yeah, fine.
Did they?
No.
Do you know?
No.
The salt cellar.
Well.
So the.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're.
Okay, I'll talk to him again. You want to learn more about Pierre?
What?
Oops.
No. Monsieur le Capitaine.
What can I do for you?
I've got a few. P.S.
Yeah. Later. I have.
Tell me more. So he's a.
He used to. Now he's. They meet round.
How long? Doesn't he?
No. A few. His life.
Thank you.
You're.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'd like to.
I've told you.
Have you?
Yes. For the children.
What did they?
That they told. I remember.
Have you?
Yes.
Did the captain just say something about Pierre liking his cat? No. The only time the cat has come up in conversation has been with this guy.
What did people?
You'd be at least.
That's not
True. We kept.
What's the?
Oh, he.
What do you?
As a child.
Why is that?
Anyway, there's not. There's just.
I have to.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure it was a dialogue I've heard before? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Here. Let's go over here and talk to him again.
Monsieur le. What can? I've got a. P.S.
Yeah. Later. I have.
Tell me more about Pierre.
I meet him almost every day. He doesn't have...
So he's a fish?
He used to have 3 trawlers. Now he spends his days sitting at the jetty. They found at his place practically...
Does he have anything better to do?
No, not much. None of them. A few
Farm,
years back, he
build
built
stable.
His life is rather boring.
Okay.
How long does he...
Until I come back with my last load of passengers.
That's it. No mention
you,
of cat.
Capitaine. You've been a...
You're welcome, my...
Excuse...
Yes?
I'd like...
Have you...
Yes. Can you...
Well, 50...
He said...
You'll have...
Is he a
friend? Yes.
And you get on well with each other?
Oh, if anything, the only thing about him that sometimes drives me crazy is his damned cat.
The captain has a cat?
Yes. He lets her out here on the jetty in the morning and takes her back in at night. And the damned beast spends all day slinking around here.
You don't like cats?
I hate cats. They steal the fish from my bucket or get tangled up in my fishing line. The nervous creature has often knocked my bucket of bait over, and I've had to go and get some more. I've told him hundreds of times to take the animal on the ferry with him, but he just won't do it.
I have to go. Good luck with your fishing.
Thank you, thank you.
Cat. There we go. Okay, now how do I make cat come back? I also have to pick the correct thing. I can't just say thanks for your assistance. I have to say thanks, good luck with your fishing. How do I catch the cat? Going from what? You scarf in front of barrels?
I can't do that. That won't help either.
Wait, come over here. Come over like here? Okay. And wait. Okay. There's the cat. Wait, what? What? The cat just portaled. Kitty. No, fucking. Oh, okay.
I'll scare the cat away.
Okay. Yeet. Okay, so I'll wait here. Cat's gonna do a circuit, I hope. Need to not scare the cat and then catch it with the scarf. Okay. Use scarf to make a trap.
No way. I don't want... They would have... No, there's no point in that.
Okay, the cat's not circling around anymore. Do I have to re-trigger the conversation? Or do I just have to... Okay, there we go. Okay, because it sits down here. Okay, you can't see the video, but I have blanketed the cat. The cat is upset. I now have a cat in a blanket. Hold on. Cat in a blanket. And then I've released the cat in a blanket. You can't see it? The cat kicked the man's can over.
There! Did you see that? Did you see that? It's that damn cat again. She's knocked all my bait in the water. That's the 3rd time this week.
Calm down. You can always get some new baits.
What about my fishing tackle? What about my telescope ultra?
Why the fuck do you throw that cat at me, right?
I can't leave it here unguarded. It could be stolen. I'll have to take everything with me, just because of that damned cat.
Don't worry, Pierre. I'll keep an eye on your things.
Yep.
Would you?
Of course. No problem.
Thank you, my friend. Then I'll go.
I'm definitely not going to fuck with it. Slower. Slower. Okay, give me the bucket. Give me the rod. Bucket the rod. Come over here. Salt. Bucket the salt. You can't see it, but I'm attempting to scrape a big old chunk of salt into the bucket. Oh, I got a couple. Oh, there's a third. Okay, we got some salt. Can you give Pierre's ship back? Okay, I now have... We're going to do an inventory check. The fact that we can't see the cutscenes is a tragedy. I wish that you could. The only way I can change this is if I change it to screen capture. But if I change it to screen capture, you're going to get the same aspect ratio as me, and it's not great. You are technically, other than not seeing the videos, you're having a better visual experience than I am right now. Because for me, the whole thing is stretched into 16:9. And it's cagey as hell. If I could figure out how to get the game to run in windowed mode, I could capture it better. I could fix this ratio on the screen capture too, I guess. It would be a lot more work. Okay, so salt, rod and bucket, scarf, fingerprint powder. I also have the reclamation form, which is not in that pile thing there. I have bone in bag. I also have grass in bag, which isn't in your list. I have gloves. I have evidence bag. I have apple juice. I have matches and case file. Okay. I'm just going to save here. We got the salt. I'm quitting. This has been... a strict superset of what you're meant to have. Listen, if I have items missing that I'm supposed to not have because I'm supposed to have done something before then, I may have screwed myself some other way, you know? But whatever. Oh, that took way too long. It took us like 30 to 40 minutes to get this game running. Which, like, I'm gonna have to actually take this video and just cut out like half an hour. I picked up items they don't need till the next act or two. Fair enough. Yeah, so sorry. This game is kind of a bastard to stream because it messes with my aspect ratio, which sometimes makes OBS go away, and then it doesn't a lot of things happen, and yeah, I can't capture the video, so we're gonna have to do some futzing. I may have to make a special screen just for capturing this correctly, so we'll have to see. But that's gonna do it for me tonight. I am tired and I should have gone to bed. I was aiming to go to bed at a normal time tonight because I'm tired, but that's just not gonna happen. So first I'm gonna say goodbye to TikTok. Bye, TikTok. Someone asked, is this game worth the hassle to stream, and said yes. Yeah. Okay. So we'll kill that. That someone is me. Shit. Fuck. Damn it. Oh well. We're here now. I will work out the kinks probably over the weekend. I will make a dedicated scene that is a screen capture with the fixed aspect ratio, so that you'll be able to see the videos next week. That's about as good as I can offer you. It's still a bastard to stream. If someone can figure out how to play that, how to like launch that in a windowed mode so I can just capture the window, that would make my life significantly easier. I could not find anything online that gave me the like command line entries to make that happen. So if someone wants bonus points, find out how to do that and tell me in the Discord. That would be super swell. But oh, that is gonna do it for me tonight. Excuse me. Making assumptions about the state of technology in 2001 that would permit windowed mode. I would state that because this is something that is built through GOG and with the GOG launcher, like we have DG Voodoo, it dumped in there, and I can also get the configurator for this as well, which is some other thing you can do. I would say that could be possible. Cougar, it's like the Cougar configurator. Like I can get both of those things, so there may be a way to run it in windowed mode, and if we can do that, that would make my life better. But that's whatever. That's a problem to be solved before next week. But that's going to do it for me tonight. So, as always, I'll be back tomorrow with Everspace 2. So, now that I've said that, as always, thank you, of course, for watching and hanging in there with me as I figured out all my technical difficulties. PC Gaming Wiki says, well, get hacked. Get hacked. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so this is the Cougar setup utility. Extract it, run it, set the resolution, set the rendering device. Yeah. See the glossary page for potential workarounds. Forced windowed mode. Launch the game with Special K enabled. How do I do that? Okay, so there may be a way to do this. It's just way more involved. Go down to the video. There's a video? What video? Or are you just talking about the video section? Yeah, so windowed, it says there's a big old X there. No native support, but then there's the glossary page for potential workarounds. So there may be a workaround. We'll figure it out. In any case, that's going to do it for me tonight. So as always, thank you, of course, for watching. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, be kind, and try your best out there. Bye-bye. Why are we starting? We're not starting. We're ending. Good night, everyone.